It's the Orioles on Masson, and we welcome you to Birdland on a beautiful evening here at Camden Yards. The Yankees and the Orioles. It'll be a 4-game set, with the makeup game being part of the doubleheader to be played here tomorrow. Well, for the Orioles, they've played 500 baseball against very few ball clubs. In fact, the team they played 500 against is right here. 6-6 against the Yankees on the season. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome for the Orioles. They'll have on the mound tonight the guy who's been the star since the All-Star break, developing into the pitcher that they hoped they would get when the decision was made to bring Alex Cobb here. And what a dramatic change it has been from the beginning of the season to what he is doing now. Take a look at the numbers Alex Cobb is putting up. The starts pre-All-Star break, 17. He went only 2-12. Look at the ERA, almost up to 6.5. Batting average way up. I mean, all the numbers extremely high, including that home run ratio. But after the All-Star break, the splitter started to work. He has settled back in. He's gone just 2-3, but how about a 2.03 ERA? Opponent batting average has dropped way down to 236. The OPS is way down, and the home runs he has cut in half. And you look at the bottom note, 2.9 ERA career against the Yankees. That is the second lowest among active pitchers who have at least 10 starts going against the Yankees. So for Alex Cobb, Mike Bordick, it's been a real turnaround, and he's been outstanding.
He sure has. You know, what I think's the most fun about this Alex Cobb story, just how accountable he's really been. The whole first half, I mean, this is not the Alex Cobb that we have seen. I mean, a really solid major league starter for a number of years. Had Tommy John surgery, a little setback obviously there, rehab back. Had a pretty strong year last year, but only with 2 pitches, really the fastball curveball combination. So we talked about this split finger coming back. Is it ever going to come back for Alex Cobb? Because it was his best secondary pitch. Well, it has. Since the All-Star break, he has been a dominant pitcher. All 3 pitches have been working for him. Really everything off the fastball command. He's been jamming it in on the lefties, and that split he fades hard down and away. He's on his game right now, and his confidence is through the roof. This is what the Orioles were counting on, this type of pitcher. Nice to see things starting to fall back in place. He's pitching like an ace right now.
And he hopes he'll get the offense. They've been surrendering here at home. The Orioles have been scoring some runs. They didn't on the road, but they have here at their home ballpark. Yankees, Orioles, this is the Players' Weekend. They'll be wearing their nicknames and thank yous on their sleeves. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. What a beautiful Friday evening here at the ballpark. Our game time temperature brought to you by BGE Home. We know more, we do more. It is a very comfortable 80 degrees. A little breeze is blowing left to right. That humidity way down at 34%. Starting lineup for the Yankees, who have won 4 of their last 5 ball games. Gardner, Stanton, and Hicks, and Duhar, Walker, Torres, Voit. They hope they're going to get some power out of him. Romine and Torres. For Giancarlo Stanton, an 8-game hit streak coming into this ball game.
And let's take a look at Alex Cobb's pitch arsenal. He's got the 3 4-seam fastball, the splitter, and the knuckle curve, but that split finger, the pitch that has really started to separate him, bring him back to the top of the righties in the game right now. Last 6 starts since the All-Star break, outstanding. Just over a 2 earned run average. Cobb's confidence is skyrocketing right now, just coming off a complete game. Oh yeah, an Orioles starter with a complete game. That earned run average down to 5.09 right now. It was elevated all season long, but before this ace started flipping out gems, I mean, my goodness, has it come down a lot. Opponents hitting 292. Of course, that's still elevated from the elevated numbers from the first half. So really can't even compare, because Alex Cobb is a completely different pitcher since the All-Star break.
And Cobb will go against the Yankee team he has beaten already once this season. He has a 7-4 lifetime record against the Yankees. Only his second start this season against them. On August 1, he earned the win, going 6 innings, allowing only 1 run, 7 hits, and he had 6 strikeouts in that ball game against New York. For Alex, with the career numbers of 7-4, he's had 15 previous starts against the Yankees, and in all of those games, the combined average against him is .213. So he's been tough on Yankee hitters.
Yeah, pretty impressive stuff, obviously, from Alex Cobb. Came up in the Tampa organization, so no stranger to American League East baseball. Actually, a winning record in the American League East, and I think a big reason why the Orioles targeted him. Nice to see him turning the corner right now. Give the Orioles really something to look forward to.
Ready to go, and standing in will be Brett Gardner. Gardner, their leadoff batter, comes in with a 5-game hit streak, even though this has not been a particularly good month overall for the Yankee left fielder. He has struggled at the plate until this recent road trip. He will take the pitch down low for a ball. Gardner is hitting only .213 in the month of August, and that is the lowest batting average in the American League for the month of August. And that's highly unusual, because he's a real good contact hitter. All right. Don't know what they were talking about. Both the dugouts were talking with the home plate umpire, James Hoy. Maybe it's the fluorescent orange jerseys. They can't see the baseball.
Maybe.
1-0 delivery on the way. We were talking. These are the most fluorescent baseball jerseys I've ever seen. I mean, they look great. They stand out. But boy, I'm telling you, you can see them.
Yeah, you know, we're going to get some calls from our friends back in Maine for hunting season.
Hunting season. It's perfect. This is perfect for hunting season. 2-0 delivery on the way, and he'll pop that one up to right. That'll end up over the dugout in the seats and a foul ball.
Yeah, Cobb been aggressive in the strike zone here, falling behind early to Gardner, but great command of his fastball here recently, which I think is the key. I think every pitcher, if they have success, it's because they can locate the fastball and then pitch their secondary stuff off that. Cobb's been doing it exceptionally well, moving that split finger on that outside corner, dropping the curveball. I mean, everything looking sharp right now for Cobb.
Gardner holding the count at 2 balls and 1 strike, and the pitch will be in the inside corner. Well, the Yankees come in knowing the wild card is likely where they will end up when the season's done. They're 9.5 games behind the Red Sox. Aaron Boone's ball club just not able to keep up with that tremendous pace the Red Sox are putting up, having won 90 games already. Little Chopper will go to second base. VR moves in to get it. He'll make the play, and Gardner is retired.
I'll take a look at the Oriole defense, and they better be ready for that split finger. A good one right there to VR at second base. Take a look at the rest of the Oriole defense. Andrioli getting another start in left field. Mullins in center with Jones over in right. Beckham at shortstop with Nunez and Davis on the corners. And Wins getting another shot behind the plate.
That'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton. With the injury to Aaron Judge, there are a number of Yankees who have picked the pace up offensively, and certainly none more than Stanton. He's got an 8-game hit streak coming into the ball game, raising his average up to 286 on the year. And he's been putting the long ball out during that process. Down the line and right, headed over towards the seats. It'll drift that way and just make it into the seats.
Man, oh man, I don't know. That ball hit quite a bit on the field right there. I think Adam Jones thought it was going to go well up into the stands. Ended up dropping in front of him. Boy, any chance you get to get Stanton off the baseball field, you take it. I think that one a missed opportunity.
Ball stayed in the ballpark a lot longer than he thought. The breeze had been blowing out to right, and literally on that at bat, the breeze stopped blowing. So the ball did not carry. The wind was blowing when we started the ball game 2 minutes ago.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying the ball still shouldn't have been caught, but it didn't help that ball into foul territory very much. Shift is on against Giancarlo Stanton. 2-1 delivery on the way, and a breaking ball taken down low. Stanton's moving in on one of those career numbers. He's got 299 home runs. There have only been 145 players who have hit 300 home runs in their career. So he will join the list the next time he puts a ball out of the yard, and it'll be the fourth fastest to 300 in terms of games played. Cobb's not going to give him the chance on this at bat, though, and he walks him.
Oh, pretty good job, though, pitching around him. Some borderline pitches, but Stanton seeing the ball very well. Of course, a better hitter on the road, well up over 300. How about 328 on the road?
So the Yankees will get a runner on, and that'll bring Aaron Hicks up. Hicks in the number 3 hole. Switch hitter. Good power numbers, some of the best of his career. He's hitting .224 right-handed, .259 left. This is the side where he's had the home runs, though. 12 of his 20 homers have been hit from the left side of the plate. He's 0 for 3 lifetime off Cobb. Breaking ball will be taken down low for a ball. James Hoy, the home plate umpire, veteran. If there's any advantage, it'll go to the hitters. Rather tight on the strike zone. Not predominantly so, but enough to make a difference for hitters to be able to take maybe a few more than they might otherwise. Good pitch, breaking down and away.
Man, that's that split finger, and that's why it's going to be so crucial to start these secondary pitches on the plate. Get these hitter to fish. Take a look at the Mercedes pitch cast here, and that's a great look at what the split finger could do. Hicks well out in front. A lot of respect there because of the fastball. I'll tell you, Cobb's been driving it in hard on the left-handers, and he got a little quick because of that.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. It's a tough guy to strike out, especially of late. Hicks has been drawing walks. He leads the majors since July 27. He's had 24 free passes, 24 in 24 games. Nobody in that time period has had more than Hicks. You got to bring the ball in. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Orioles set up. Double play depth in the infield. Outfield straight away. Strike on the inside corner. Again, that quick movement fooled Hicks. He was backing off.
I'm telling you, and a nice job by Austin Wynns. Cobb not really locating the fastball, wanted it down and away, but he reached out there and actually locked it up right in front of the plate, gave the umpire a good look, and that 4th pitch is a quality pitch. But we've seen here recently, sometimes when a catcher reaches back across, they don't get that call.
Setup will be away. 2 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. That's where the pitch was, and it will be foul back. Well, for the Yankees coming into this ball game, they are the leader in home runs on top of everyone else. 202 home runs on the season. This is a ball club that's like the Orioles, like Cleveland, have taken advantage of the long ball. In fact, counted on it in order to score runs. Judge, of course, being out of there is a big loss in that department. But they've still got plenty of guys in this lineup, like Andujar, who can hit home runs. 2-2 delivery, and he got him on the inside corner. Same place, same reaction by Hicks.
Boy, that is a nasty pitch. Now you got him thinking, of course, 2 strikes. You better start looking for that split finger, and he locks him up. Painting 92 on the inside corner. A little comebacker as well. And once again, Wynns locking it up. A nice look right there. No movement at all. Yeah, strike 3 with another big pitch.
And Andujar coming to the plate. Cobb with a runner at first base. Stanton now, and there are 2 down. What a great season Andujar is having, and he's done it against the Orioles too. He's hitting .300 against the Orioles this season. He's had a couple of home runs and 10 runs batted in against the Orioles in 12 games.
Yeah, he's done some damage, and I think he's kind of been the guy to pick up for Judge. In Judge's absence, the reason they've been able to really kind of keep their head above water. And who could forget what Judge did to the Orioles last season? Incredible record-breaking year with 11 home runs.
Andujar's got 7 home runs in the month of August. 0-1 delivery on the way, and that's going to be looped to center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. And it'll get by the center fielder Mullins. Will they try and score him? No. Backed up by Adam Jones. Ball did not take a hop, and Mullins had to go right underneath him and by him, and that'll move runners to second and third.
Andujar with a clean base hit up the middle. A real good look right there. First hop kind of kicking away, and then Mullins sliding under the glove. A solid defender. Hasn't had a lot of problems here since getting to the big leagues. A miscue right there that could open an opportunity, a big opportunity for this Yankee offense.
That is the first career major league error for Cedric Mullins. So the first big chance will go to the Yankees here in the first inning, and it will bring Walker to the plate. Neil Walker getting some starts in right field of late. .297 average over the last 32 games. Breaking ball will be taken inside. Walker comes in with a 4-game hit streak. He is another switch hitter in the Yankee lineup. Only a .169 right-handed, .242 left, and 6 of his 7 home runs hit from this side of the plate. Ground ball down to first will be foul. He had to reach to find that one.
I'll tell you what, he's come up big. You know, Walker signing here at the beginning of the year. A pretty versatile veteran player, and somebody they've needed and called on him. Play some outfield, some second base. Their defense has been a little shoddy, and now with Didi Gregorius going on the disabled list, they're going to need some help on the infield. Walker very versatile here as one of the senior members of this team.
Inside corner strike. Cobb's going to stay there. Well, you talk about getting ready for a ball game. The Orioles are doing that.
Sure are. Outfield coach Wayne Kirby working with some of the young outfielders. Andrioli out there. There's Cedric Mullins working on a quick first step and then trying to get that body direction headed back in towards the infield. Andrioli and Mullins not the stronger arms in the outfield, but better have some good feet underneath them.
Fought off by Walker, and he will hold the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Walker has been one of their best with runners in scoring position this year. He is hitting an even .300 in these situations, and among the regulars who have had a number of at-bats, he's better than any of them. Wow. Which is kind of a surprise, but clutch hitter. Big at-bat here in the first inning. Cobb trying to get out of it. 2 in scoring position. 1-2 delivery, and he does. He goes upstairs. Strikeout recorded, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left in scoring position. CC Sabathia will start when we come back. Streak opening up this home series, first against the Yankees. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Orioles, brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. It'll be Mullins, Villar, Jones, Mancini, Davis, and Beckham, Nunez, Andreoli, and Wins. Against Sabathia, Adam Jones, a lot of at-bats and a lot of hits.
Take a look at CC's pitch arsenal this season. Not the cutter, slider, sinker, change, or seamer, two-seamer, but the cutter-slider combination, his bread and butter. You see 42.2% of the time. Ride it hard in right there. Buried in on the righties and then worked the slow slider on that outside corner. 7 wins for Sabathia on the year. Pretty impressive 3.32 earned run average. 106 punch outs in 119 and a third innings work. Fresh off the disabled list, so want to see what big fella's got. 38-year-old veteran, still flipping it up there pretty good. Opponents 241 overall. Lefties having a hard time at 173. 16 home runs given up by CC. Of course, the Orioles touched him for 5 this year.
Mullins trying to bunt his way on. It'll go foul. Certainly the scouting reports already out on Cedric and his ability to bunt and willingness to bunt. He had Andujar, see, just off the cut of the grass. And with his speed, he'll challenge just about anybody. You can play in, he'll still bunt.
Absolutely. And I think one thing, though, Cedric is going to learn. Okay, you got a lefty on the bump, and CC certainly not fielding like he used to. Still a great athlete, and probably takes offense now to guys trying to bunt on him.
1-2 up the middle, right through the wickets, and that's going to be a base hit. So Mullins is on with a leadoff single for the Orioles. That was a bouncer in his first at-bat against Sabathia.
Oh, nice swing right there. Just missing the bunt attempt. Rolling foul. Error there in the first inning, and this base hit could completely take everybody's minds off that defensive miscue. Good speed to start this ball game.
That'll bring Villar to the plate. Orioles second baseman taking a look down at third. Against Sabathia this year, base stealers are 11 for 14. He is not particularly quick to the plate. And bunting, trying to push it to second. Nobody's there. A base hit. Perfectly placed. That's the other thing Sabathia can't do. He cannot get off the mound to cover first very quickly.
No, absolutely. So I was thinking, I mean, as a right-handed hitter, third baseman's going to be in to protect Sabathia a little bit. Sabathia, if he is going to field the bunt, it's going to be down the third baseline. So why not push one? Test the young second baseman. Beautiful job right there. First base is getting vacated, and Villar taking advantage. Beautiful bunt, and now the pressure on this Yankees defense.
Nobody out, 2 on, and it'll bring up Adam Jones. And you saw the push bunt executed there as Villar reached out and really gave it not a semi swing, but close enough to it. Infield will play a double play depth. They play Adam Jones in the infield to pull. Sabathia's pitch will be up high. Take a look at our lows. Whole team together.
Yeah, how about the batting average against the American League East this year? A couple bats coming up big. Gentry, of course, some big knocks against the Yankees. Adam Jones at 290. Mancini wins, and Mullins will round things up.
1-0 delivery on the way. Little roller. Go outside of third base. Boy, what a great chance for the Orioles to get on the board here. For Adam this year, 271 with runners in scoring position. Good number. CC, a great number. Hitters only 156 with runners in scoring position against him. That's 100 points lower than the American League average.
All right. Yeah, he knows how to pitch. I mean, obviously a big arm when he was younger. Turned the corner when the velocity came down.
That'll be in the air to center field. They'll tag up Mullins, particularly at second base, with good speed. Throw's going to go to third. There's a mistake. Sabathia will back it up. The mistake being there was no way they were going to get Mullins, and by doing that, Villar was able to tag up and move to second.
Absolutely. Great base running right there. Everybody the double tag. Mullins showing that speed, forcing that long throw, and overthrowing the cutoff man. And Villar on the back end, taking advantage. Take a look right here. Deep fly ball. Not a lot of runners will take off. Take that chance of making that potential out at third base, but the good speed wins the race there, and Villar on the back end. See Hicks, there it goes, sees the angle, and Villar walks into second base.
And Sabathia fortunately backed it up, or there would have been a run scored. Trey Mancini goes after the pitch down and into him. Mancini is the DH in the ball game tonight. Trey has had a couple of hits and 12 at bats. Lifetime off Sabathia. He's really picked the pace up since the All-Star break, hitting .288 with 5 home runs since the All-Star game. 0-1 breaking ball is going to miss down low. So both teams great chances in the first inning.
Absolutely. And now it's just a matter of coming up with the big hit. Now, you talked about the record, the Orioles with the 6 wins and 6 losses against this Yankees team, and the reason they have the 6 wins, coming up with the big hit, which we haven't seen a lot of this year, but they have against the Yankees.
Pitch will be taken up high. Sabathia. Now do keep in mind Sabathia's coming off that DL, so he's trying to get back into game shape. He was on the 10-day DL. He missed 11 days. Inflammation right knee. Lubrication injection was given. He did not take any rehab assignment, so he's only been throwing on the side and in the bullpen, and he has not pitched since August 12. 6 innings, a win over Texas. Breaking ball will be taken down low, so you got to believe if you're going to get to Sabathia, this is both the kind of a game and the time of the game where he might be vulnerable.
Well, you got that right, and you got to get him early. I mean, this is a big time situation for the Orioles right here. Big hit could really set this Yankee team back. They've been decimated with some injuries. I'm not saying they're not going to scrape and claw, because they've got a postseason potentially ahead of them, but it would be a good way to start this weekend off.
So the walk will be surrendered and the bases are loaded. Bases loaded, only 1 away.
Now take a look at Sabathia's numbers. The opponent batting average by these situations. The base is empty, but take a look. Runners in scoring position. There's only 1 out on the board, but this is one the veteran really bears down. Just that 156 batting average, 113 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. You get a veteran guy that can command both sides of the plate. He takes advantage of over aggressive hitters. Everybody wants to be the guy to drive in the runs. This is the guy that can expose you.
Davis will foul that one away. Chris back in the lineup, got a day off last game, then had the day off yesterday with the Orioles not playing, so a couple of days rest to try and get the bat going again. Chris, a .217 lifetime hitter against CC. He has had a couple of home runs. He's only 1 for 6 with the bases loaded this year. 8 grand slams in his career. And Sabathia will put that one down at the knee.
And take a look at the StatCast AI powered by AWS. And of course the Orioles with base runners all over the place. You see the green line in the outfield, a good 10 feet in front of that Yankee outfield group. That's where Davis needs to hit the ball. That's a green light for Mullins to score.
0-2 delivery, and that's going to be a base hit into right field. It'll score 1. It'll score VR. 2 in. Davis comes through with a 2 RBI base hit, and the Orioles are on top.
A huge first inning knock right there for the Crusher. Pounded one through that 3-4 hole. And of course this whole inning started off really by the Mullins base hit and that bunt. There you take a good look at the base hit going through the hole, a couple runs scoring, and the Orioles making the first 2 marks.
So Chris Davis comes through for the Orioles, and a chance for a big inning here in the first against Sabathia. Runners on at first and third, as moving over to third base was Trey Mancini. Chris Davis picks up RBIs 42 and 43, and a swing and a miss on high heat. Beckham a 5 for 21 lifetime against the left-hander Sabathia, and the Orioles already with a couple of runs on 3 hits in the ball game, and this is an inning Buck Showalter will already love, not just because they scored, but how they did it, using 2 bunts to get on base. And the Orioles have not had players in the lineup for a long time capable of even attempting that.
I'm telling you, and it opens up so many opportunities. When Mullins was up there, of course, Andujar at third base gets sucked in, but the middle of the infield gets pulled in as well. Voit at first base was pulled in. It just gives you extra opportunities to get that knock.
Beckham will go after that one and foul it back onto the screen. Well, of course, this is Players Weekend. So the players are wearing the nicknames on their jerseys. They will be doing that all weekend. Swaggy, the Crusher, who's down there at first base. And on their sleeves, they'll be wearing thank you patches of people that they want to remember on a player's weekend. Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way, and the breaking ball will be taken down low for a ball. So we'll keep an eye on that for both these ball clubs as we go along here in this series this weekend. Guys have had a good time picking out names. Jackie Robinson is the one on the sleeve for Tim Beckham, recognizing the work done by number 42 and breaking that color barrier. Swing and a miss, and again went up and away that time for the strikeout.
It seems like everything really moving for CC Sabathia. Here the cutter, he wants to get it in under the hands, up and in. It stays up and out over. There's still enough movement there, and Beckham not able to get on top. He's kind of cheating for that inside corner as well. Front hip goes, and no backside there. Get on top of that fastball.
So Nunez will stand in. Renato Nunez, the Orioles third baseman. Nunez getting his look at CC Sabathia. Sabathia this year is 0-1 against the Orioles. Lifetime he is 19-11 against the O's. That's a lot of games to have pitched against anybody, much less just one team. 44 career starts now for Sabathia against the Orioles, and he's not won any of the last 9. 0-1 delivery on the way, and the pitch will be in there for a strike at the knees.
Yeah, of course, I kind of alluded to the fact that, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 8 years ago, Sabathia was bringing it up there mid to high 90s with the fastball. Just a completely different pitcher than what we're seeing right now. Now he's kind of considered an overall pitcher. Still pretty good stuff. Obviously, the fastball on the 89, 90 miles an hour, but you better be able to locate with that kind of stuff, and that's what Sabathia has learned to do. Work in and out the top of the zone. He's already attacked today.
Breaking ball will be taken down and in. Good stop made by Romine. There are those numbers we were talking about. Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, pretty dominant. I mean, just shoving it against the Orioles. 16-2 with a 2.74 for the first 10 years of his career, and then the Orioles figured him out a little bit. Less fastball velocity. That certainly helps you get a good look. 4.90 earned run average, but just the 3 wins, the 9 losses against Sabathia. Well, the Orioles' confidence not as faulty as it used to be.
Well, he gets it. That's the pitch we've seen more and more pitchers go to, and Sabathia, the veteran's doing it. He gets 2 strikeouts on high heat. Orioles, though, get 2 runs.
Yeah, a pretty even matchup here. Of course, the Yankees numbers a little bit better. You kind of expect that the way this Bronx Bomber team's been set up, but the Orioles have been playing so well. We already kind of talked to just the timely hitting, the clutch hitting. You could forget the Pedro Alvarez home run. way back at the beginning of this year, a grand slam home run. Gentry, a big extra inning base hit. Adam Jones, big home run. Just some clutch, timely hitting, and the Orioles out homering the Bronx Bombers. And really, the only way the Orioles going to have success is if they out homer this Bronx Bomber team right now, but put up a couple early marks. So momentum heading in their direction.
Here's Torres at the plate, and he will take the pitch down low for a ball. Voit, then Romine will be due up. Torres providing some good defense for them and a young infield right now. He's had a couple of home runs against the Orioles this year, hitting .333 against Oriole pitchers. Cobb will get that one in there for a strike.
Boy, Cobb might be just a little beside himself right now with a couple early runs. He has had a hard time all season long with the run support.
Games this season for Alex, the run support has been way down. He and Cashner, two of the fewest runs per start taking place in the American League. He didn't want to do that, though. A leadoff walk here in the second inning. He hasn't done a lot of that this year. Now the Orioles host the Yankees this weekend with the separate admission doubleheader tomorrow. Fans are encouraged to bring any non-perishable food items and cash donations to the ballpark for the Maryland Food Bank, part of the 32nd annual Orioles Reach Food and Funds Drive, presented by Masson, WJZ-TV, and Pompey Inn Olive Oil. For tickets, Orioles.com. Food drive running for each game as you come in at any of the gates. Drop off your non-perishable food items or cash donations. Luke Voit, he has never faced Cobb before. 0-1 count, runner on at first base, and the fastball is going to miss inside.
Yeah, Voit getting an opportunity right now. Bird has been struggling since getting back into this lineup after a couple years on the disabled list. Some serious back problems, and finally gets in there. He's got 11 home runs, but a 200 batting average, and finally get some time on the bench. See what Voit can give this offense.
They hope for a little power. I mean, that's what he brings to the lineup. Voit does. Second stint with the Yankees this year. He's played at AAA. He hit .310 there in limited games with a home run. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and Voit will slash that one to the right side and foul. With Voit at the plate, there'll be no attempt to go the other way. There'll be no choking up on the bat, and there will be no cut down on the swing. And that's not negative. That's who he is.
Right.
He's a power hitter. Comes to the ballpark to drive the ball, and that's what he aims to do on just about every swing of the bat. 1 ball, 2 strike count, short lead at first base. Close. That'll miss outside, 2-2.
Yeah, just a little too fine right now. A couple early walks in this game. Of course, you had to be careful with Stanton there in the first inning. And then Torres, Torres, a couple pitches just off the corner. Just trying to be a little too careful here in the early going.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Runner not going anywhere. That's a ground ball. Taylor made. The R goes to short, and Beckham goes to Davis.
Well, beautiful pitch right there once again by Cobb. Talk about just missing that outside corner. Brings it back another 2 inches or so, and he gets Voit to reach out there. A routine 4-6-3. Beckham just gliding across the base. That kick with the right foot to clean it up here for Cobb. A nice looking double play turn.
So big ground ball, and took care of that one in a hurry. VR, Beckham, and Davis. Cobb comes into the ball game with the 3rd highest ground ball to fly ball ratio. A further indication of how that splitter is sinking, and how he's picking up those ground balls that give him a chance on those double plays. Romine will go after the pitch that is going to be down and away. Romine's had only 1 hit and 9 at bats. Lifetime against Cobb. He too has really picked the pace up with Gary Sanchez out of the lineup. Romine doing the catching. 16 RBIs in the last 26 games. Late on the swing and fouls it off.
Boy, I'll say, you know, they're going to have to do some figuring Alex Cobb out right there late because of the break ball split finger. So thinking about that secondary pitch. So Cobb's eyes light up, say, wow, they are not on my fastball right now. So we can pitch with that a little bit longer.
0-2 delivery on the way. Romine's gone. Hit that corner, and Cobb was already leaving. He's got 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. The Orioles have a 2-0 lead.
And it is good to be home. A very tough road trip for this Oriole team. Averaged 1.67 runs per game out on the road. Well, back home since the All-Star break, they have been dominant. About 6.5 runs, second in the Major League Baseball. 313 averages first. I mean, the numbers are incredible. Home runs per game, which I think is crucial for this Oriole offense at 1.83, first in all of Major League Baseball. Of course, Mark Trumbo got this team going after the All-Star break. Unfortunately, he's been set back with a little knee injury, but Mancini's been swinging the bat very well. Of course, Mullins has added a spark to this offense. Villar, Nunez, the new faces swinging it well. And John Andrioli looking to keep things up here.
So Sabathia will try and settle it down after a tough first inning. And the pitch will be taken inside. Andrioli wins, and then the Orioles will turn the order over already here in the second inning with Mullins coming to the plate. Andrioli getting the start in left field. We'll pop that one up first base side foul territory. Romine will get there and put it away. One down in the second inning. Maryland Lottery's contestant of the game, Havana Patel from Baltimore. 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play Home Run Richard Scratch House went up to 50,000. Or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/home run. Havana, good luck. As the Orioles, as we said, relying on the home run for a lot of their offense, closing in on 50% of their runs coming as a result of homers. Austin wins, Oriole catcher. Take it for a strike. Don't forget it's a doubleheader tomorrow. Split 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Jimmy Yacobonis is going to make the start in game 1. And Andrew Kashner in game 2. Ground ball going to go to short. Torres with a throw will get the out. Wins is retired. 2 down here in the second.
Well, Sabathia getting some good movement on that cutter. Andrioli gets one running in on the hands. This little jam shot pop up in there. That cutter reducing the ground ball. This Oriole offense just trying to get the timing down on that pitch and trying to figure out the movement.
So here is Cedric Mullins. Mullins, the base hit, a run scored, beautiful bunt. This will bring Andujar in at third base and Voit in at first. And the pitch will be taken on the inside corner for a strike.
Yeah, this is what you're talking about, Gary. Andujar over at third base, up on the grass. Voit as well. But how about Torreyes out at second base? He's a good 5 feet on the dirt. So respecting that push bunt potential for Mullins.
One delivery on the way, and that will be taken down low. Wearing the entertainer on the back of his uniform. That's the nickname he picked. Spin off the name of the comedian Cedric the Entertainer. So Cedric Mullins has the entertainer on there. And a nice thank you on his sleeve to his mom and dad. And one to Andrew Jones.
How about that? Great Braves center fielder, Andrew Jones.
Yep.
Of course, Cedric Mullins, not Cedric the Entertainer, grew up in Georgia.
Got him. These corner pitches that are up are being called. A quick 1-2-3 inning. Took only 8 pitches to set the Orioles down. Orioles lead it. And the former O's greats, such as the Dempster, Steady Eddie, Boog, and Brooks, are all getting in on the action. Go to Orioles.com/auctions. You can bid on these autographed Legends Players Weekend jerseys. All proceeds benefit the Maryland Food Bank, and the bidding closes August 31st at 10 p.m. Orioles.com/auctions. Don't forget to bring non-perishables and cash at the gates prior to each of the game. Maryland Food Bank collections will be taking place for all of these 4 games. Cobb working here as Torreyes stands in. 1 for 6 lifetime off Cobb. And the breaking ball is going to miss inside. Top of the 3rd inning. Outfield moves in a few steps. Torreyes, line drive hitter, second baseman. 1-1 delivery to him, chopped. He had a reach off the end of the bat.
Good pitches, boy. Coming out of his hand crisp. Fastball's got a little zip on it. Breaking ball sharp down at the bottom of the zone. Seen some rollover ground balls on the splitty. I know it's easy to talk Cobb up right now, but you can kind of tell that confidence in his last 4 or 5 starts. The way it's grown, and just how he's on the bump right now. Just a different look.
1-2 delivery on the way to him. That'll be taken inside. Yankees will take their walks when they get a chance. They're overall had been a pretty free swinging club with all their power hitters, but with Sanchez, Judge out of there, Aaron Boone's ball club now willing to take a few more pitches and try and work their way around the bases. 2-2 delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss. He got him. Could not hold up on it.
Good hard breaking ball right there, and starting it bell tied. Typically you'll see the Cobb breaking ball have a little bump in it coming out of the hand, looking more like the fastball, and treating that pitch more like a hard slider down and away, and Torreyes can't hold up. Couple swings on the Cobb slider.
Just how good Cobb has been control wise, and with that sinker He has the highest called strike rate in the American League since the All-Star break, 5th highest. So he's putting pitches where they can't hit him. And the called strikes like that one right there have added up to about 20% of called strikes since the All-Star break.
Yeah, pretty amazing. And I know we're going to just keep talking about the Cobb fastball, his ability to spot up that fastball, but actually drive it in on the lefties with that two-seam action. He'll start it right at that front hip. And really that kind of sets the stage for all the secondary pitches, i.e. that breaking ball right there, just stealing strikes with it. He'll steal an early strike, first pitch strike. Hitters are just conscious of protecting that inside corner, and that's when he can expose them as well to the splitty down and away.
Brett Gardner grounded out his first time up. Gardner's birthday today. He is 35 years old. Happy birthday to their left fielder. We'll have another birthday we'll recognize a little later on in the broadcast that he shares with. A 1-ball 2-strike count. Gardner trying to work Cobb a little bit here and make him throw some pitches. 276 lifetime hitter off Alex with 1 home run for Brett Gardner. He's got a 5-game hit streak coming in. Gardner will go to second on the reach. They are up. 2 down. Well, as you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moment later in tonight's ball game. That'll bring Giancarlo Stanton to the mound. To the plate, rather. Stanton drew a walk his first time up. Cobb's last outing against Cleveland, outstanding. First complete game in 5 years. He gave up just 2 runs on 5 hits in 9 innings through exactly 100 pitches. Really could not have been more efficient unless you were Greg Maddux.
Right. I mean, so impressive. Had 1 bump in the road, tough inning, but worked through that. Basically just on cruise control. Everything. Great command of everything and kept a really strong offense at bay. I mean, it was impressive.
Stanton seems to be the one, understandably so, that he's not going to let beat him in this ball game. 1-2 delivery on the way. First time up he drew the walk and really didn't throw much of anything to him, and he's doing the same thing here. And Stanton can ambush you with that bat. He'll chase some pitches if he thinks he can drive it, even if they're not in the strike zone. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that one is going to be outside.
Yeah, I mean, getting ahead or getting into the count, one thing, and then to try to come up with that big put away pitch, because Stanton doesn't have a lot of movement, and when he gets hot, he is as dangerous as I've ever seen in the game. That ball comes off over 100 miles an hour consistently. I mean, infielders are in jeopardy being on the infield. He hits the ball as hard as anybody in the game.
3-2 delivery on the way. Stanton is 5th in home runs in the league. He's also 3rd in strikeouts. Among the other totals he's had a good month. 8th home runs this month, 2nd most in the league. And he's got a .328 average on the road, which is the 4th best road average in the American League. 3-2 count from Cobb with 2 down. And that will bounce, and he'll walk him again. And Cobb is not going to be overly frustrated about these walks to Giancarlo Stanton.
Heck no.
Well, Oriole fans, the day after the O's score 5 runs or more, get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com with promo code 5. Enjoy the quality pizza you've come to expect from your locally owned and operated Papa John's. And that will bring Aaron Hicks to the plate. Orioles up 2-0. Chris Davis, the bases loaded base hit in the first inning to bring the runs in. Now Hicks with 2 down will take it down low for a ball. Hicks is the Yankees lineup seems to be filled with players who are either hitting really well during the month of August or not hitting at all. And Hicks is one of those in the latter category. His .225 average in August is the 3rd lowest in the American League. And as we told you, Brett Gardner's got the lowest batting average this month. 1-0 delivery on the way. Whacks that one to the gap. Jones over. It'll be right there, and he's got it for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. The Orioles lead it 2-0. Page, how about those Rays? They swept their first American League opponent, Kansas City, Thursday, and went 7-0 in the year. The only other season sweep in their history that included multiple series was against the Marlins in 2013, doing that with that staff. Red Sox 71-17 when they go deep. 172 homers behind the Yankees, Indians, and A's. Last year, they were last with 168. They have turned the home run barrage around this season. And of course, 90 wins.
Yeah, a couple big home run hitters there. Obviously, Mookie Betts and how about JD both going at it for MVP.
And the pitch will be taken. CC Sabathia. Beautiful full moon out on a night. No clouds in the sky here over Camden Yards. Gorgeous evening. Villar at the plate, and he'll send that one down the right field line for a souvenir. Villar picked up the push bunt base hit that opened that first inning with Cedric Mullins on after he bunted down the third base sign. Got one by the pitcher. Torreyes couldn't handle it at second, and nobody was on first.
Yeah, it was a great play, and expect them to try it again maybe next AB.
Those high strikes are coming. Foul tipped into the mitt. Villar strikeout victim. That's 4 for Sabathia.
Well, Sabathia 89 miles an hour right here, so the hitters see it very well, and it must look like a beach ball coming in. There's a lot of swings right now at the top of the strike zone, and Sabathia exposing some aggressive hitters there. Villar trying to get to the top but can't.
So Villar goes down one away here in the third inning. That'll bring up Adam Jones. Adam flied out to center field his first time to the plate. Sabathia's delivery, breaking ball that will be taken inside. Even though Sabathia is coming off the DL and has not pitched for a while, inquired of the Yankees as to whether or not there would be any limitations on him in this game, and the answer is no. Even though he didn't have a rehab and has been off for 11 days. In fact, the feeling was that he's probably better now rested without having gone to rehab than he would have been if he'd gone.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
that's what they're banking on.
Yeah, a veteran pitcher like Sabathia, and through it so many times. There aren't a lot of bullets left in that left arm.
Yep. That'll be in there for a strike, and the count will go to 1-2 on Adam.
Yeah, that's when Sabathia is at his best. So he'll get into the count with some cutters in there, maybe steal a strike along the way. A nice fastball down at the bottom, then the slow slider on that outer third. You see the third pitch right there, sneaking in, slowing it down, and they'll probably try to go hard in.
Upstairs with it, and a 1-ball 2-strike count to him. So Sabathia looking for another strikeout on that high pitch, didn't get it. You notice on the back side of the uniform, CC Sabathia, Dub, D-U-B. He said that's the nickname he got when he was a kid because of the double C. CC Sabathia. So that's the nickname. Bermuda Triangle base hit. Walker has to play it on a hop. Adam Jones is on with a 1-out single here in the third inning. Find a little room and right.
There you go. Take a look. Adam Jones here. A 2-strike swing from Adam Jones. Of course, Sabathia getting on the side of the baseball, cutting it in. Only 71 miles an hour off the bat. And wouldn't you know it, CC Sabathia, #1 in the American League for the lowest hard hit rate allowed. Of course, a hard hit ball, anything 95 and over coming off a batted ball. Sabathia at 26.6%. Low hard hit rate. Pretty impressive there. That one by Adam Jones, only 70 miles an hour off the bat.
1 down, 1 on. Orioles with 4 hits in the game. Trey Mancini drew a walk his first time up. Will take the pitch up for a ball. Trey's got a 4-game hit streak. He's 8 for 19 during the streak. 288, 5 home runs since the All-Star break. A dramatic turnaround. Swing and a miss, and a pitch down and in. And Sabathia, at least for the moment, a whole lot different than what he was in that first inning. Clearly had to get adjusted again coming off the DL. The 2 bunts kind of changed the complexion of the inning. Now we're seeing more of what we generally have seen from Sabathia over the years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mixing it up and then going up with that pitch up high for the swinging strikes 1 and 2.
Man, having a hard time laying off that. If they want to keep this game or put some tack on runs on, they better figure out a way to lay off that pitcher. Find a way to get on top of it.
1-2. Adam Jones on it first, 2 down. 1 down rather. And a breaking ball, and that's a strike. I say that's what has been called here early in the game by James Hoy. He's calling that pitch that's down and away.
Yeah, well, let's take a look. Look at the first 3 pitches, though. Everything kind of working in, cutting in right there. So the slow slider coming in the back door. And Mancini not liking it at all. Let's take a look from over the top. Does it circle the plate? It's close. It is real close. It looks like it was a good inch or 2 off the corner. Sabathia getting the call there.
5 strikeouts for Sabathia. Chris Davis, the big hit, RBI single with 2 down. Now the full shift on in the infield and a strike taken. So Chris getting the start against the left-hander Sabathia, against whom he has that .217 lifetime average. Chris this year hitting just .120 off lefties and .178 off right-handers, but he got the big hit in the first inning against this left-hander.
Yeah, huge hit. Couple big hits on the road trip as well. Of course, the struggles kind of continued, but had a 2-hit ball game. And Davis kind of showed a couple of the hits. He was off balance, but still able to get a double. One of them was a one-handed swing.
1-1 delivery. Look out. It's swing or get jolted, or both. 1 ball, 2 strike count. That one really riding in.
I'll say, man, just taking off. Now CeCe's got a 2-seamer as well, but this one coming in hot up and in. Fortunately gets Davis his bat before it gets a piece of his body.
Sabathia has hit 9 batters this year. That's a lot. Well, he's not afraid to come in.
He sure isn't. I know Oriole fans will never forget Mark Hakes going down with the inside pitch, broke his thumb, missed the postseason.
1-2 delivery on the way, runner off first, and that's the strike. So 6 strikeouts. Sabathia ends up striking the side out with Jones getting a base hit. 2-0 Orioles. Presented by Hilton Hotels. Book the best of Baltimore package today. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick with you. Great to have you with us. All the nicknames on the back of the jerseys as we roll along here in this so-called Players Weekend. I thought every weekend was a Players Weekend, but apparently I was wrong. LeJante, you saw on Adam Jones's back out there. That's Nelson Cruz gave him that nickname, by the way, when Nelson was playing with the Orioles. And the pitch by Cobb will be in there for a strike. Cruz said that Jones was a man of the people, and that has stuck ever since. And so the Latin players have picked up on it. And LeJante is Adam Jones.
I like it. A respectful name right there.
0-1 delivery on the way, taken down low. One ball, 1 strike count. 1-1 delivery on the way. Slider going to miss outside. And Duhar picked up a base hit his first time up. Great season for the rookie. He leads rookies in home runs with 20 in the league and leads rookies in RBIs 66. And he will foul that one back.
Good fastball.
Yeah. We're talking about the hot and the cold of the Yankees. Well, here's a hot. He's third in home runs this month with 7. And his 20 RBIs in August are tied for second. It's been like flood or drought.
Right. Yeah, they didn't expect him to come on like this. That's for sure.
Wow. Cobb buried that one down and in and gets a strikeout.
Well, that's the beauty of this split finger. I mean, he's not afraid to throw it against the lefties or righties. This one dive bombing down and in. After 4 pitches on that outer third, boy, does it open up the inside corner. Get some good movement in there. And Cobb with a nice smooth cross body delivery as well. It is a subtle step across, but that helps that 2-seamer inside to the lefties. And of course, that splitty right there play up.
Here is Neil Walker. Left-hander will take the pitch for a strike. Walker was a strikeout victim his first time up. Switch hitter. 32-year-old veteran signed by the Yankees, free agent. Second week in March. Last year, Mets, Brewers. Had a pretty good year. He had 265 combined last year, 14 home runs, and 49 RBIs for Neil Walker out of Pittsburgh. 1 ball, 1 strike count on him. In the air, that'll be a base hit left center field. He had a lot of room out there. They were swung around the other way. Cedric Mullins will come over to get it, and the Yankees Walker's on with 1 down. 4th inning of Orioles baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Walker on with the single. He's hitting about 250 now against the Orioles this year. Torres to the plate. Infield double play depth shifted a bit. Ball gets away. Runner stays. Wins does something I don't like. Maybe I've watched him in a number of ball games. He takes the mask off faster than any catcher I've ever seen. It's automatic with him. He's got a habit. No matter what, the mask comes right off.
Yeah.
A lot of catchers will leave it on until they know where the ball is or they know the direction they're going in. He grabs it and whips it off. I think it's more of a habit than anything else. So I've never seen anybody do that as often and as quickly as Wins does that.
Yeah.
And so long as you hang on to it, it's great.
Yeah.
It's the most embarrassing thing for catchers is you take the mask off on a pop-up, throw it to the side, and then trip off. It's never good.
Right.
1-0 count. Cobb with a look over, short lead. In the air to right, Adam Jones. Runner halfway will go back. Torres is retired. 2 down.
Yeah, how about Alex Cobb pulling average by situation this year, and it's been a tough season obviously for Alex Cobb, but his last 4 starts he's been what Alex Cobb had been his whole career prior to that Tommy John surgery. Bases empty at 203. Look at the runners in scoring position though, 222 and then 143 with scoring position and 2 outs. I mean, that's all just confidence for Cobb and the execution with his 3 big pitches, that 2-seam fastball, of course the curve and the split finger. The splitty just setting everything up for Cobb right now, and all the numbers across the board improving for Alex Cobb.
Here's Luke Voit, 2 down runner on at first base. 27-year-old. He'll take the pitch on the outside corner. Missouri born and raised and educated. He played his college baseball, Missouri State University. Qualifying NCAA regional team in 2012 for Voit. That one in the air, and that's what he does. Way back, left center field, and goodbye home run. And that's why the Yankees are giving him a shot. It is 2-2.
Oh, he got out of here in a hurry. 7 off the bat, 403. And he was fired up. A little arm pump down there around first base. Take a look. The breaking ball that stays middle, and Cobb knew it. Look at his knuckle curve and just doesn't get it to that outside corner. Put a fastball out there, but the curve stays in the middle of the plate, and Voit makes him pay.
He's excited because that's his first home run as a Yankee and his second of the year. That ball is going to bloop towards center field. VR going back will put it away, and Romine is retired. So a 2-run homer by Voit, their first baseman, ties the ball game up at 2.
Beautiful bunt right there by VR after a single by Mullins. Adam Jones with a deep fly ball, and how about a double tag? Yeah, good speed on the bases. So Mullins a VR tag. Mancini walks and then Crush Davis smashes a single through the hole. 100 miles an hour off the bat. 50% hit probability. 2 runs on the end of that single right there, and the Orioles make the first 2 marks. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
What a beautiful night here at the ballpark. Real good crowd on hand for the opener of this 4-game set. Split doubleheader tomorrow. There is Zach Britton talking with some of his friends.
Get up
and
in your
former
own dugout.
teammates.
Jeez, cut the ties. Let's go.
Buck Showalter was asked before the game, what do you think if he had to come into the ball game? Buck stopped the question right there and said, I hope he doesn't, because it would mean it's probably close. The Yankees have a lead.
Right.
But then he said, kind of reception he's going to get. Buck said he'll get a great ovation.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He heads back upstairs to the other bullpen. 1-0 count, and that ball put high in the air to center. Tim Beckham on the fly ball. Aaron Hicks is there, and he'll put it away for the out. And 1 down here in the 4th inning. Oakland A's, yes, those Oakland A's coming to Oriole Park September 11 through 13. On Thursday, September 13, all fans receive an Orioles This Is Birdland t-shirt. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. Oakland continues their battle in the Western Division, as Houston now ahead of them by a game and a half. Houston's won 2 in a row. Oakland has lost 2 in a row. Breaking ball will be taken inside. Nunez, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Sabathia's walked 1. He has struck out 6. Cobb has walked 2. He has struck out 5. 1-0 delivery on the way, and a big swing and a pitch down and away.
Good opportunity right there. A mistake by Sabathia. Catching too much of the plate. Nunez swinging through. Of course, Nunez, big power here, and I know a lot of Orioles people just talking about how impressed they are and how the ball comes off the bat.
1-1 delivery, broken bat into the shift. That's a second baseman. Reyes will make the play. Nunez is retired, and there are 2 down.
A few broken bats here in this ball game. Sabathia cutting it in there, getting on the hands of the right-handed hitters.
So he looks pretty good coming back off the 10-day DL with that knee problem that's been on and off all year long. Orioles getting Chris Davis's big hit in the first inning, and then he's shut him down with just the 1 hit since that first. Andreoli coming up. He popped out his first time up. Does it again. Angle goes to the second baseman, and putting it away to Reyes. Took him 8 pitches in the second inning, takes him 6 pitches to retire the side in order here in a tie game. The Yankees, and they ran a shot of him on the big board between innings, and he got a standing ovation from the crowd here. Zach being recognized, watching the video himself, and then stood up, tipped his cap to the crowd. Zach has had better days with the Yankees. 11 games. He's given up 6 runs, 10 hits, 10 in the third inning so far with the Yankees for a 5.23 ERA. But the fans here remember him for all the great stuff he did, and a nice recognition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ball in the air to right field, not hit hard, and a sliding catch. Yes or no? Yeah, he got it. Wow, what a play made by VR, and he had a struggle to hang on to that as he was sliding on the grass.
Wow, beautiful play right there. Actually, a great jump on this ball. Looked like it was going to fall out there in no man's land. Out of nowhere comes VR, but how about the concentration on the end? Sticking with it as he slides an extra 10 or 15 feet. Beautiful play by VR. And of course, his athleticism has really stood out for this team. Nice defensive plays on the road. And another gem here. Beautiful.
I know it's there somewhere. And he got it. Torres retired. Outstanding catch made, and a first out of an inning. Alex Cobb, some defensive help. Showing bunt. Brett Gardner, top of the order. Remember, VR is a shortstop by trade, coming up through professional baseball, and he's played some shortstop here with the Orioles, and he'll play some more of it before this season is over. So they're going to take a look for next year as to maybe where he fits in. 1-0 delivery on the way, and that will miss outside to Gardner. Gardner is grounded out to second base twice in the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. VR more games at shortstop than any other position on the infield. And of course, boy, he did some pretty good things just a couple years ago at 62 stolen bases. So he can do some stuff on the field, keep him healthy.
Gardner will take the pitch up and in. Gardner trying to get on base here with a free pass if he can work one out. Pitches have not been close enough to entice him. 81 strikeouts, 57 walks for the leadoff batter. Gardner will take that one. That's going to be in there for a strike. 1st to 4, split doubleheader tomorrow. 1 o'clock for the first game, 7 o'clock for the second. Separate admission. Big day of baseball here at the ballpark. Should be another very nice weather day. 3-1 pitch, and he'll go after it and foul it off.
Oh, nice job coming back right there. Good confidence in that fastball. I wouldn't be surprised if he just challenges him again. Yeah, try to stick one on that inner third.
Three ball, 2 strike count to Gardner with 1 down. Yankees batting, top of the 5th inning. And in the air, left center field. Mullins going over. Just shy of the warning track, will haul that one in, and there are 2 down.
And let's take a look at our PNC Minor League Insights, brought to you by PNC. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. Well, Keegan Aiken, take a look at him. Boy, it seems like every other day he's on here. A very strong season. But the All-Star team this year, 14 wins, a .277 earned run average, and he's got 135 strikeouts to lead the Eastern League. Aiken signed by scout Dan Durst, so it's been fun to watch him after signing out of Western Michigan University kind of work his way through the minor leagues, put up some impressive numbers. Some of these young guys try to fight their way through the grind of the minor leagues to make it here to the big leagues.
Giancarlo Stanton with the infield shifted around. He's drawn 2 walks. Cobb's been very careful with him. Pitch will be up high. Stanton with an 8-game hit streak coming in. Now he's had only 1 hit lifetime against Cobb. He's only gone 1 for 11 against the Orioles starter. But with that power, Cobb stayed away. In the air, that'll come back to right. Adam Jones is there, and another solid inning. These 2 pitchers putting on a pretty good duel. Retires them in order. Take a look at our Ram Duos, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer, or log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. High value dental and vision benefits to area employers and individuals. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh.
You know,
silly Willy Willy, all stuff. You know that song?
Oh, I do.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You know what? When I saw the nickname on the back, I said, no way, it's because of Winnie the Pooh.
It is.
It is because of Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, it is. He is a childhood love, he said, of Winnie the Pooh. And that last name is up there on the nickname now, Winnie, on the back of Austin Wynn's jersey. Name he selected for this Players Weekend nickname weekend. Winnie the Pooh.
You know what I think next year maybe, and it's just an idea, maybe their teammates should have the nicknames that they put on for.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't be able to broadcast the games.
Right.
Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way, and that will be taken. He's wearing the patches for Mom and Dad and for his grandpa, Papa.
Nice. Yeah, very nice. I think that's really the best part of it. Obviously, players' nicknames, but players don't get here on their own.
Ground ball down to third. No, there are limos and chartered jets and all kinds of things.
That isn't what I was thinking.
Oh, sorry. Orioles baseball on Masset is brought to you by PNC. Make today the day. And by the University of Maryland Medical Center. Be a part of something greater. Wins retired, one down. Real good ball game. We are tied at 2-2. Orioles surrendering their 177th home run, second most in the American League. It went to Voit, who tied the ball game up with a homer in the fourth inning after the Orioles had a 2-0 lead in the first. Chris Davis getting that 2 RBI single. Mullins and VR had reached base on bunt base hits in that first inning, and both scored. Sabathia's delivery, that will be taken up high.
And something actually Cobb been doing very well, actually keeping the ball in the yard. I know we talked about his success since the All-Star break. Last 6 coming into this ball game and only giving up 2 home runs, so very effective in that regard.
2-0 delivery, and he's going to miss on that one. So Mullins will get ahead on the count here. 3 balls and no strikes. 2-4-1 for the Orioles. 2-3-0 for the Yankees so far in the ball game. Orioles 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. The Yankees are 0 for 1. 90-mile-an-hour heater in there and a 3-ball 1-strike count. VR waiting on deck. Infield still in at the corners. 3-1, and he walked him. The great patience that we've talked so much about pays off again. Chicago White Sox will be coming to Oriole Park September 14 through 16. On Saturday, September 15, the first 35,000 fans 15 and over will receive an Orioles lightweight hoodie. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. That'll bring VR to the plate. Base hit, run scored, and he has struck out. 1 down. Infield will be at double play depth, and he'll go after that high heat that's up. 0-1.
A little too big right there. Trying to do some damage with that swing, and he's chased a couple fastballs up at the top of the zone.
VR 0-1. Not a big lead at first base. Breaking ball that is going to miss inside. CC Sabathia, the veteran, now 38 years old, 244 wins and 150 losses. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. Not if, but when he gets his next win, which will be number 245, he will tie Dennis Martinez for 50th on the all-time wins list.
Pretty impressive.
It's a lot of games. 1-2 the count. Reaching first base and foul.
Helping him out a little bit there. Of course, got to protect with the 2 strikes, and Sabathia is just all around the dish with everything. I mean, real good command. He's showing it once again tonight.
One and two, outfield very deep. Left center field gap wide open. A little too high on that one to be enticing. And the count will go to 2-2 on VR. He's checking with Bobby Dickerson at third. A lot more of that going on. Hitters looking down because you got some guys here at the top of the order. Both Mullins and VR, when they get on, they are a threat to run. And VR a threat on a hit and run. Goes up the middle, and he's got himself a base hit. Hicks has got to hurry with Mullins scooting down to second base. So VR's on. He's got a 2-for-3 ball game.
Nice at bat right there. Good piece of hitting. Staying on the low cutter after Sabathia trying to get him to chase up top. Drops one down and in, and VR staying on it. Clean single. Right back up the middle. Take a look at the head position. Catch him out front. Boy, that bat head staying through the strike zone a long time there.
So 2 on, 1 out. And Adam Jones gets the chance. He is flied out, singled. 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position for the Orioles. Infield again. Double play depth in the air, not deep, left field. Gardner. 2 down. Little backswing. He didn't want the mask to come off Romine's case.
Yeah, Adam trying to clear that cutter out, and Romine catching the bat head right on the forehead. And Adam quickly turning around, make sure he's okay.
You know, Sanchez out of there. They don't. I mean, they've got all kinds of injuries. They're starting catcher out, of course. Romine's done a great job filling in, but they got a lot of folks out. There's Judge. He, of course, on the DL. Chapman's gone on the DL. The shortstop Didi Gregorius is out. Then Judge, Sanchez, Frazier's been out. Montgomery, both on the DL. Those key players.
Oh my goodness! I'll say.
Ground ball's got to go to second base, and the play on Mancini's made. Another quick inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 are left on base. 2-2. In Annapolis, these heroes responded within 60 seconds to that first 9/11 call. Members of the Anne Arundel County Police Department, the Annapolis Police Department, the Anne Arundel County Sheriff's Office, and the Annapolis Fire Department. And on behalf of these first responders, the Orioles Charitable Foundation donating $2,500 to the Capital Gazette Families Fund. A thank you to all of them in their immediate response to an active shooting at the time they were called.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Thank you very much for your service. Most people obviously run the other way, and they run towards that kind of danger to help.
Yep. Strike taken on the inside corner. Alex Cobb has thrown 13 out of 21 first pitch strikes in the ball game. Aaron Hicks 0 for 2. Hicks has struck out and flied out. Good game, tied at 2-2 to open up this 4-game set. Pitch taken down low. Unusual series in that there's a split doubleheader tomorrow. 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then the Sunday night game, which will be on ESPN on Sunday night. 8 o'clock game. 1-1 delivery. And the pitch taken away. A 2-ball, 1-strike count on Hicks. And Duhar and then Walker. 3, 4, 5 in the order for the Yankees. Cobb with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Yankees offensively, they are coming in 6th in average but 2nd in runs. They are 2nd in both on base percentage and slugging percentage in the American League, and the Red Sox are first in both of those categories, and the teams are 1 and 2, of course, in the East. Foul back, no play.
Well, something that the Orioles have been trying to get established here for a number of years now. Just find some hitters that can have a higher on-base percentage that will lead to more opportunities, and pretty exciting time right now, obviously, with the Orioles kind of in this transition period, the so-called rebuild. And just a quick glance with Mullins leading off and VR, pretty exciting night tonight with both of them getting on base regular with a couple hits, a walk mixed in right there, but putting some pressure on the defense.
2-2 delivery on the way, will float outside.
And this Yankees and the Red Sox, man, that's really what they've been all about for a number of years. And I don't think it's any secret they target guys that have that good eye, can really work a base on balls if they need to, and why they put so many runs up year in and year out.
Yeah, it's quite a combination. The Yankees are both first in walks and home runs. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that will be foul back. So a 3-ball 2-strike count. When do the Yankees get some of these guys off the DL? Not really sure for Judge and Sanchez. There's no definitive date. Judge has taken a lot longer than they had hoped. They really hoped he might be starting to get ready to be back right now, but he's not. 3-2 count. Alex Cobb gets it in. He had to chop down on that one. VR's had a busy night. Guns it over. And Hicks is retired. Major League Notebook, this day in baseball history, brought to you by the University of Maryland University College. Yes, Cal's birthday is also today. Havre de Grace is where he was born. 1960. Cal, happy birthday to you. And in '83, Tippy Martinez picked off 3 runners first base in 1 inning. It is the only time that has ever happened in baseball history, and that gets replayed here often at the ballpark. So Cal Jr. a birthday, and shares it with Brett Gardner.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Cal.
Fouled off and a 0-1 count.
Love watching that. I never get sick of watching those pickoffs by Tippy either. You talked about them showing it here, and it's pretty amazing. He shows them that move, and they just keep getting out there further and further. Some guys don't even realize the ball's at first base. They're looking
haven't
at
even
home.
moved. 0-1 delivery on the way, taken by Andujar. He has a single and a strikeout. Papa on the back of the jersey. He was the firstborn, he said, in his family, so his father called him Papa, joking with him that as the eldest son he'd be taking care of his dad. So started calling him Papa right from the beginning. 1-1 delivery on the way, and Andujar will foul that one off. They will be wearing these jerseys throughout the weekend all around Major League Baseball. Cobb with a 1-ball 2-strike count. Another pretty efficient performance. Yankees have left just 3 on base. Orioles have left 5. 1-2. Breaking ball that will bounce. Cobb not particularly happy with the release on that one, and 2-2.
Well, I mean, it wasn't bad. That's where Austin Wynns wanted it. He wanted it bounced, maybe bounced a foot or two in front of where he'd like to throw that 2-strike breaking ball, but better than where he put that breaking ball to Voit, middle. So making sure there.
2-ball 2-strike count. In that first outing this year against the Yankees, a run on 7 hits in 6 innings. He did not walk a batter in that game and struck out 6. Roger McDowell, the Oriole pitching coach, been able to sit, relax a little bit with Cobb's start since the All-Star break. Foul back and out of play will hold that count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Kind of listening to Cobb over the first couple months of the season, trying to explain his way through. And of course, a late start with the Orioles. Didn't sign in spring training, signed really late, so didn't get that kind of extra work. So really used his first month with the Orioles as that training.
Backhanded. Cobb's got a cover. The flip to him will be there in time for the out. Nice play to get him as Crush had to go over on that one. Chris Davis.
Yeah, the Crusher flashing the leather down there. Of course, responsible for a lot of room over there on the right side of the infield, and had a nice first step. Ball actually gets underneath him, but a nice job recovering, and then a power underhand feed right there Take a look how he gets his momentum back to the target, really driving off the backside, and bang, bang at first base. Good job by Cobb.
Quinn Walcott with the call. We always let the umpires know when they miss one. He didn't, which is the usual. 2 down, and here is Neil Walker. Walker base hit, 4th inning, scored on the homer by Voit. 1 for 2 in the ball game. He now has a 5-game hit streak going. So Neil Walker, one of those providing some great help. He's hitting almost 300 now over the last 32 games. 0-1 delivery to him. That'll bounce way out front.
Yeah, Cobb's fastball really kind of hard to see the movement. At times you can see the lefties kind of flinch or freeze on that inside fastball. But he sets up on the mound on the first base side. So he's already really close to the hitter. And when he cuts it loose, he's got that little cross-body delivery. And I'm not talking, it's not a big one like a Brad Brock cross-body. It's only maybe 2 or 3 inches, but it's enough to add that deception on the release point where everything's kind of into the middle of the plate. One pitch is coming inside, one pitch is going away. So he's seen a lot of hitters in between, and he gets some nice movement on this fastball inside.
1-1 delivery, up and foul back by Walker. And a 1-ball 2-strike count. Orioles have the shift on, putting VR into shallow right field. You see Beckham almost behind second base. 1 and 2. That third baseline wide open, but that's not where Neil Walker hits the ball. 1-2 delivery, and that'll be fouled off the other way.
My good try right there. If it's down, that might be the put away pitch, but elevated a little bit. Walker, nice job backing the ball up. You see on the pitch cast the 4th pitch on that outside corner, but it's an elevated breaking ball, so he gets that front side down. Even though the balance kind of off, gave him a chance to foul it off.
Walker signed just a 1-year deal with the Yankees. So they hope to get, and boy, they right now are mighty happy they did. They weren't sure how Walker was going to get used or how much he'd be used, but with the injuries, they've needed a lot more out of him than they thought they would. And Aaron Boone's been able to move him around. He's playing in left field now for a string of ball games, and right field rather. 2-2 delivery to him, and an outstanding changeup splitter. That strikeout number 6 retires the side in order. Good one underway. 2-2. Ball game tied at 2-2. Mike Bordick laughing at me because I was doing the floss.
It was. It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. I didn't even know I could do it. Fouled off at the plate, so Cobb and the skipper and Mike Wright Jr., whose name is not Bird, warming up in the bullpen. 6 consecutive starts for Cobb, where he's gone at least 6. That'll be fouled back off the mask. Chris Davis has had the big hit for the Orioles first inning, a 2 RBI single with the bases loaded. Since then, the Orioles have been held to 2 hits, 2 singles. 0-2 the count. CC Sabathia. Couple of walks, 6 strikeouts, and a check swing got him. He went around.
Sabathia just slowing it down right there on Davis. 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Get him out front. Look, Davis getting it going.
Bring Tim Beckham up. Beckham has struck out and flied out. Sabathia 2 walks and 7 strikeouts in the ball game. Don Holder up in the bullpen for the Yankees. 1 down, nobody on. Breaking ball, that'll be in there for a strike. Sabathia this season has had a couple of double-digit strikeout games, 1 of 12, 1 of 10. He had 12 against the White Sox. That was 2 starts ago. And 7 in this ball game. Against the Orioles in the first start, he struck out only 3 and had 4 strikeouts in the second start against the O's. Non-decisioned in 1 and lost the other. 0-2 count. That pitch must look like a balloon.
Well, I mean, he just worked him. Beckham slowed him down. 2 real slow breaking balls and then the high heat. And it just looks like the, like I said, the big beach ball up there coming in. Only 89 miles an hour, but he has had success. One of the Oriole hitters swinging through at the top.
So that will bring Tato to the plate. Renato Nunez. Nunez has struck out, grounded out. He picked the nickname he's got on the back of the jersey. Said it's common in Venezuela. You shorten the ending of a name as a term of endearment. So Renato to Tato. 0-1 delivery on the way. And a half swing to short. Torres up. Man, that's another 8-pitch inning for CC Sabathia, setting him down in order 2-2.
6 strong innings, and he had it all working. Good two-seam fastball right there coming back. Had the splitty working as well. Nasty breaking ball there to get Torres. But the split finger down and in. Yeah, Papa going down. All the nicknames going down right there. Cobb, 6 games in a row now with 6 innings or more. Only 3 hits against this Yankees lineup. Voit got him for a 2-run shot. 100 pitches thrown, so he's exiting the game. Fans, regular oil changes at Jiffy Lube will help your vehicle's engine run cleaner, longer. Jiffy Lube, drive in today. Well, Mike Wright Jr. now into the ball game. Now Bird on the back, but a bullpen piece now, and it's coming out hot. And run average just over 5 for Mike. Had some problems here this month, but has pitched much better out of the bullpen with the velocities coming up on the fastball and slider combination. You see the numbers right there. Still elevated for Mike Wright. A slow start to the year.
2-2 ball game. Andrew Kashner there on the left, who's going to be pitching tomorrow. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Jimmy Yacobonis will be in game 1. And we go to the 7th inning, tied at 2-2. Gleyber Torres, 1-0 delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss and a hard slider down. Wright worked against Toronto, pitching on the 20th, so he's well rested. Had an inning, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. Against the Yankees this year, Mike has appeared now in 6 games. Previous 5, he got hit hard. 8 runs, 11 hits, and 5 1/3 innings against the Yankees. But a much improved Mike Wright. And that slider's just going to miss. They want to check it first. Home plate umpire. Never mind.
Oh, nice try right there, though, by Mike Wright. Starting that slider on the plate, just working off the outside corner.
3 ball, 1 strike count. Voit waiting on deck. That's in there for a strike. Voit and then Romine, 6, 7, 8 in the Yankee lineup. Tampa Bay is doing it again. Honest to goodness, they lead Boston 10-2 midway through that ball game. 3-2 delivery on the way, and they started another opener. Diego Castillo worked an inning and 2/3 in the ball game. Now they're going through the bullpen. Hector Velasquez for Boston didn't go anywhere. 2 2/3 inning, 8 runs on 9 hits for the Red Sox in 2 2/3. Wow. 3 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way, and a towering pop up. Third base.
That's a nice job by Wright.
And it'll be handled by Nunez for the out. Here comes Voit, and here comes our Ford drive of the game.
Well, Alex Cobb been throwing the ball so well, but one mistake in this game, and it was to Mr. Voit. A breaking ball that didn't get to that outside corner, stayed middle, and Voit made him pay. 2-run shot there to tie it up.
Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. Voit picking up his first home run as a Yankee and his 3rd RBI. This is the 8th game he has played in a Yankee uniform, and he will take the pitch down and away for a strike. 0-1 count, 7th inning. Ball game tied at 2-2. That ball to the gap, left center field. That's going to be a base hit. He has one of those modern day big uppercuts and able to get enough of that to be on. Navy Federal proudly serving the armed forces, veterans, and their families for over 80 years. What a shot. Beautiful night. D-Rob's up. 1 on, 1 down. And that'll bring Romine up. Short lead at first base. Davis holding. Swing and a miss on a pitch to Romine that was down and away.
Yeah, hard slider, 90 miles an hour right there. He's been painting that outside corner. Did a nice job coming back to get Torres working that outer third.
Romine 1 for 5 off Mike Wright Jr. Again a pitch away, and again having to reach. Got a little bit of that off the end of the bat. And a 1-ball 2-strike count.
Cobb got a nice thing going right now, on a nice roll. And I know well, we were talking about obviously the adjustments he has made, but working through that first half.
Ground ball is going to go to Beckham at short. Not only do they not get 2, they don't get 1. Error will be charged on Beckham.
Now errors have hurt the Orioles all season long. And here looked like it was going to be a routine ground ball. Beckham getting that short hop, but leaving a little too quick, pushing it away and unable to transfer into the throw hand and shooting it off that right hip. Tough break right there. Mike Wright Jr. and the Oriole defense.
18th error he has committed this year. 1 down, 2 on. And the Yankees will try and take advantage of a door opened. Two on and 1 away. Wright's delivery, a heater that's going to miss up. Torres has popped out on a fine play made by VR his last time up, second baseman going out to get it. He has also struck out. The Yankees have had only 1 chance with a runner in scoring position, and they are 0 for 1. Outfield shortens up a bit. 1-0 delivery on the way, and that's foul back. Boy, Wins was coming up out of the catcher's position in a hurry to make a throw to second base.
Yeah, right. So we got Phil Nevin down there giving signs at third base, and he's telling Voit to try to extend that secondary lead. And boy, you catch him on the wrong foot. If there is any kind of hesitation out there, you will be thrown out.
And he is not fast.
Right.
So they're trying to get the bigger. I mean, he's a potential go-ahead run. So they want to give him as big a lead as possible. The Yankees do, because he's going to need it if he's going to try and score on a base hit. And with a shortened up outfield, especially in center and right, that would be really hard to do in a single. 1 ball, 1 strike. Torres waiting with Gardner on deck, and he will foul reaching. You see, Mike Wright's got that bird nickname on the back of the uniform. His college baseball coach at East Carolina gave that to him because the coach said he looked like not the big bird on TV, but the big bird who used to pitch in Detroit, Mark Fidrich.
Oh, wow. I wonder if back in college there he was talking to the baseball like Mark Fidrich used to do.
Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and that one down the line in right field. Jones coming over. Foul territory, reaching. It'll bounce into the seats. So Torres will come back with a 1 ball 2 strike count. 7th inning, key moment in this ball game. 2-2.
Adam Jones still getting used to right field a little bit. A little flare down the right field line, getting into foul territory, and that wall comes on you quick. Adam Jones, quick step and up against the wall.
Torres back with that 1 ball 2 strike count. Runners off first and second base. Mike Wright Jr.'s delivery to him, and got him. Good pitch up, he couldn't connect with.
Oh, nice job right there. Mike Wright Jr. showing the good command on the outside corner, and Wins calling for the fastball up, just up in that upper third. Enough there, 95 miles an hour. And Torres swinging through. Big punch out for Mike Wright Jr.
So that will bring Gardner to the plate. Leadoff batter is 4 for 7 lifetime against Mike Wright Jr. Nunez will play about even with the bag and moved over to the shortstop position at third base. They do not want to have that bunt lane open. Gardner will take the pitch way inside, stopped by Wins.
A good hard slider right there. Mike Wright Jr. working hard in on the hands of Gardner. See him stick a fastball in there now.
Gardner only .220 with runners in scoring position this year. He does have 5 RBIs against the Orioles, though. Came in hitting .306 this year against those pitching. 1-0 count, 2 on. Voit at second, Romine at first. Gardner takes it, and it's right there. 1-1.
Good pitches with that fastball. Working both corners, inside and out. Seen him take it to the top of the zone as well. And you couple that with the velocity that he's been carrying. Good things happen to Mike Wright.
First time the Yankees have been able to get a runner in scoring position since the first inning. 1-1 delivery, and that's close. Right. Wanted a call, didn't get it, and the count will go to 2-1. After the home run by Voit in the 4th inning, Cobb gave nothing else up. He retired the next 7 batters. Right now with 2 on, 2 outs. There's Alex watching. Non-decisioned in this ball game. 2-1 delivery to Gardner. Takes it. That's there.
91 miles an hour. He sees that spin, so decides to lay off it. And it settles in there. It's the high strike call. Just missed the call. The pitch before on a breaking ball.
Runners off first and second, and the 2-2. Gardner will take it full. So the Yankees will get the advantage of having the runners going. Voit taking a long look around at second base. Buck checking on the bullpen. Voigt's want to make sure nobody's going to try and sneak in on him here, because he's going to be ready to jump on the pitch, take off. The Orioles, though, are going to stay spread. Beckham and Villar at short and second, staying way back off the base. Right, 3-2 delivery on the way, and Gardner will ground it down to first. Great stop, fair ball, and Wright gets there in time. Chris Davis right on the line, hauls it in. That saves 2 runs right over the bag, and Wright got the good break to get there. 7th inning stretch time. 2-2. Ballpark, and tonight's musical guest, singer-songwriter, activist Tina Parole, and she is going to be debuting her new single after the ball game tonight.
So the song Better Life, I wrote with my friends Sarah Emily Parrish and Margaret Valentine. So, you know, it just sort of organically happened, and Margaret really just opened so many doors for me, and I'm so grateful, and just said, this is something I want people to hear. People need to hear this, and believed in it, you know, and that's why I'm here today.
And we'll be performing along with the fireworks after the ball game. This is the final concert, Friday Fireworks and Music. To get information on past performers, log on to Orioles.com/music. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick with you here at the ballpark. 7th inning stretch time. Ball game tied at 2-2. This is just a real good baseball game.
Well, it sure is. I mean, I don't think the Yankees knew what they were going to get out of CC Sabathia, but he certainly didn't disappoint, and he looks like he's going to be able to cruise along the rest of the season. But Alex Cobb, I think, is really a huge story, obviously, for the Orioles, but really in baseball. I mean, coming back from Tommy John surgery, a lot of question marks, a bounce-back year last year, then you know, this year, just a horrendous start, and just working his way through and staying with the process and coming out the other side. And we are seeing a quality right-handed pitcher right now. I mean, really stepping up as becoming this #1 pitcher for the Orioles rotation, and kind of makes you look to the future and say, wow, all right. Well,
that's what they wanted.
Got Alex Cobb going good in the right direction.
Now they can only hope, he can only hope that somewhere along the way they actually will score some runs in ball games he starts. Haven't been many of them, and tonight wasn't one of them. Leaves the ball game non-decision, only 2 runs on the board while he was in there.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, Chris Davis coming up with a big hit, and I think that's another positive sign. He got a couple hits on the road, so slowly but surely. I don't know if his numbers are ever going to get back there, but any time he can contribute with the bat, it's a big thing. And of course, a huge play by Davis to end that last inning. Who knows how many runs would have scored on that one. A beautiful play.
See, he's out of there.
Yeah, take a look. I mean, here is the strong performance he put up there. 6 strong innings. And of course, only the 5 hits put up. 2 runs coming in the first inning for the Orioles. And then CC settles in. He's going to give way to the bullpen now. David Robertson, the big right arm, a natural cutter coming out of the hand. A good breaking ball as well, and some impressive numbers there. You see the opponent batting average just 183.
So Robertson goes to work, bottom half of the 7th inning of this tie game. Orioles will get to see a right-hander now. John Andreoli getting the start in left field. Ground ball to short, and it ran up the arm and may have hurt Torres. And the Orioles get the leadoff man on via hit or error, depending on the call here. I mean, not sure if this took a bad hop or not.
Well, hard hit ball, and he tries to get over there and get in front of it. A bigger hop there on the end. Catches him right off the wrist. 95 miles an hour, and you can tell he was in some pain right there. Definitely kicked up.
So big chance for the Orioles. Needing a run to get ahead. And that will send Romine out to give his shortstop Torres a little time to recover. The error is charged on Torres. First Yankee error of the ball game. He talking to the pitcher saying, yeah, I'm all right, go ahead, let's go. And the Orioles have the leadoff man on, and Andreoli's got speed. So Wins is up and Duhar is in at third. See whether or not Buck Showalter wants to play this as a sacrifice. You got Mullins top of the order waiting on deck for the Orioles. Ball game tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Wins has grounded out twice. Early square, popped it up, fouls it back. That'll be on the screen. So we've seen a rather unusual game for the Orioles, scoring runs on 2 bunt hits in the first inning and a Davis RBI single, and now playing for a run here in the 7th.
I'll tell you what, you know, if the Orioles aren't going to be able to go out and get big hairy guys every offseason, they better learn how to play some baseball. And I think this is a great example. Maybe send a message to some guys that might be called up in September, and even guys that are looking to maybe make it to the Orioles one day in spring training. You better be able to play some situational baseball, because the Orioles have had some problems scoring runs. On base percentage guys, ability to steal a base here and there, but play this situational baseball. It's going to be a priority for this organization.
All right, now 2 strikes. he took that last pitch, didn't think it was going to be in there, and not going to bunt here, and will foul that one back and out of play. So now trying to get the runner moved up. He does have that big hole between first and second base. He can put the ball the other way, get himself a base hit. 55th appearance for David Robertson out of the bullpen. Not any kind of a lead over there at first base, so no problem getting back. Two starters, both real good starts and both non-decision. And a little chopper off his foot. That is a foul ball. He'll stay in the batter's box, and the count will remain at 2 strikes. For Robertson against the Orioles this season, this is game number 6. Orioles have picked up a run on 2 hits in 5 2/3 innings. Against Robertson, they've hit only 105 off him. And high heat.
How tough they'd be for Austin Wynns. Showalter asked him to bunt a couple times. Falls behind and execute the bunt. And of course Robertson pretty tough when he gets ahead. It's the high fastball there.
So 1 away. They do not get Andreoli moved up. Now Mullins, who has a base hit, he has struck out and he has drawn a walk. He'll get to bat from the left side, his better side. In our Major League Notebook, Dan Conley in The Athletic, a column about the new center fielder, said I could just feel the energy coming off him. That was from a longtime baseball scout, current Orioles amateur scout. After seeing Mullins playing, that's what he thought of what he saw. That was Rich Morales who had the comment, and decided to go take a look at him in a minor league game when he didn't have anything else to do. It was all accidental.
Right. I mean, it's unbelievable how players get discovered. I think there are a lot of times, obviously through all the showcase tournaments, some names get out there, but there are the sleepers, the diamonds in the rough that don't get noticed. And Mullins was one of those type of players. You know, he wasn't a full-time starter in high school, kind of blossomed his senior year, but word of mouth, just didn't get the name out there. Came from a small town in Georgia, then had an opportunity at a smaller college before he got the chance to go play Division I baseball. But yeah, Rich Morales, he said, well, I heard about the kid. I go take a look, and sure enough, he was just a ball of energy. He contacted the Orioles scouts. They came down to take a look. They stayed on him, and of course the rest is history for Cedric Mullins. But the fact that they were able to sign him and then develop him through the organization, I mean, this is a dream player, to be honest with you, for the Orioles. To be able to sign a guy, work him through the system, develop him the right way, and have all the tools. You know, I had a great talk with Cedric up in Toronto, just about some old school stuff that the Orioles used to do, the old Oriole way, where it wasn't about getting some real talented players that can hit the ball 500 feet. It was more the intellectual player that they were looking at, smart players, ones that would work hard and try to make themselves better. And one of the first things that Rich Morales looked at when he saw Cedric Mullins' grade point average, he was a 4.0 student, so he knew he had the smarts. And obviously,
runner goes swinging, a little chopper goes out in front of the plate. Got to hurry. Outstanding play made by Romine. So as good as a bunt, not what he wanted to do, although he almost beat that out for a base hit. So Andreoli gets to second base.
Well, pretty impressive play right there. Had a veteran backstop. Romine getting out of the box in a hurry. Take a look right here. He's coming out of the gate to throw Andreoli out, instead making a fine defensive play. Recording that second out at first.
Now the Orioles get a chance to get the lead here in the 7th inning. Villar will stand in. The Orioles 1 for 6 in these situations tonight. Villar has had a couple of hits. He has scored a run, 2 singles, and he has struck out. One who scored, one of the 2 on the Davis bases loaded base hit in the first. Villar will take the pitch away for a ball. So the opportunity against Robertson. For Villar, 182 right-handed, 288 batting from the left side of the plate. and a chance for a go-ahead RBI. With 2 down, everybody backed up in the infield. In the air, left field, hit it good. Going back, warning track, wall, and goodbye, home run! And the Orioles go on top as they are, delivers the long ball. That's good for 2 and a 4-2 lead.
Quite a ball game for this young man. So make that beautiful defensive play, sliding through the outfield, finding the baseball. But how about the bat coming through big? He was a spark plug in the first inning with the push bunt. Yeah, push bunt. You see him going the other way. What the heck is he bunting for? Well, he's a well-rounded player, that's for sure. He can steal bases. He's got power. 10th home run of the season for VR.
4 of those have come with the Orioles. And for VR, right now, potential game winner on that one. With the Orioles, 4 home runs and 11 RBIs, and this is his 20th game.
Take a look at this swing. Not a good pitch, or not a easy pitch to get to. That's probably off the plate away. The only thing might have been belt tie.
In the air to left field. Ball is deep. It is near the pole, and it is foul. Adam Jones giving it a ride. They are celebrating over there. Ivana Patel is too, our Maryland lottery contestant, worth $500 on the home run.
Boy, look at him load up, and when he gets that front foot down, there is no more drift forward. It stays behind the baseball. It jumped out of here. Good pop the other way.
Swing and a miss, then came back off speed. Robertson staying down and away, and a 1-ball, 2-strike count. So the Orioles using the home run themselves in this ball game, able to get on top by 2. 1-2 delivery on the way. Jones to left off the fist. Gardner will move in, and he will put it away. But the Orioles get a couple of runs. They do it on 1 hit and a big error. Will leave nobody on, and the Orioles now on top on the VR homer, 4-2. Eddie Murray, both on hand tonight, and time for a Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile.
He was a very good, knowledgeable baseball person. He saw me one day, and he just came over and he said something. Hey, just move your hands a little bit here or whatever. Did it, and everything just kind of fell into place. And, you know, that's all that it is a lot of times, is sometimes somebody having the courage to say something. I was at a point in my career where it seems like most people were afraid to say something, but no, you still struggled.
Yeah. Wayne Kirby, who chose Eddie Murray as the player that he wanted to talk about on this Players Weekend. They met in Cleveland. Eddie was a veteran at that time, and they just hit it off and have continued to maintain a friendship through the years. 2-0 count. And the pitch will be taken outside for a ball. So the Orioles, Mike Wright Jr. now with a chance to be the winning pitcher in this ball game for the Orioles. With the Yankees batting, Giancarlo Stanton. He's got the middle of the order, 2, 3, 4 to go through here in the 8th inning. Stanton a couple of walks and he's flied out. Infield shifted on him and the pitch is there for a strike.
I love that. I saw you down there interviewing Wayne Kirby, and of course your Hall of Famer. But it's kind of funny how baseball players just they help each other out so much. You know, coaches obviously extremely important. Wayne Kirby an important piece obviously of this coaching staff and helping some of the young players, but so much is learned from each other on the field. You're with them every day. You're watching them take BP, and yeah, Wayne Kirby helping out a Hall of Famer right there.
That's going to be it for Wright. Buck Showalter coming out. We're going to do matchups the rest of the way here. The Yankees get a leadoff walk to Stanton here in the 8th inning. Mason, who has the name brand products you love at amazingly low prices. Who but WB Mason, the official office product supplier of the Baltimore Orioles. And by Johns Hopkins Orthopedics. When you have a setback, they set you up for a comeback. Here at the ballpark, good run underway. Orioles get the lead, but the Yankees get a leadoff man on.
I'll take a look at Paul Fry. 286 earned run average. Been doing a nice job. The Orioles bullpen. This will be his 22nd appearance. 22 innings of work, and he's got 22 punch outs. That's impressive enough right there. Get the strikeouts with the sweeping slider. Able to locate his fastball. There's some deception hiding it behind his head. A little short armor. Opponent sitting just 211 off Fry. And how about that? Inherited runner stranded. One of the best in the business. 91% left out there.
Leadoff man Giancarlo Stanton is on at first base. Hicks, switch hitter, 0 for 3. And goes after the first pitch and pops it up to short. And Beckham is there to put it away, so Fry gets a quick out. 1 down. Now the Orioles invite fans to step into the ring and enjoy WWE Birdland Mania. It'll be on Wednesday, September 19. O's take on the Jays. Choose between 2 special ticket packages, both options including a Birdland Mania bobblehead. Well, here's a dangerous situation. Andujar coming to the plate. He's got some pop. Runner on at first base and 1 out. He is 1 for 3 with a base hit. Ball gets away. Runner does not go. Good hustle by Wins to go get it. Giancarlo Stanton hesitated, and that ended that.
Boy, it sure was. Nice play. Take a look here. The hard slider going down and in. Doesn't stick in Wins' glove. And Stanton down there not really anticipating. Orioles catching a break.
1-0 count. Andujar hitting .278 off lefties, .303 off righties. 20 home runs on the year for him. That one a broken bat. That's headed to the Bermuda Triangle for a base hit. Stanton will stop at second base. Andujar is on with a busted bat single, and the Yankees here in the 8th. 2 on and 1 down.
Not a bad pitch. A lot of broken bats tonight.
Bullpen's going both ways now. Michael Givens coming up as the managers trying to look ahead here to the matchups in this ball game here in the 8th inning. Betances has joined Holder. Holder's been up a couple of times. Now Dylan Betances with him. So here's Walker. He's had a base hit and has struck out twice. Walker has hit only 169 against left-handers. And the breaking ball will be taken down low. Yankees have not had a hit in 3 chances with runners in scoring position tonight. Against the Orioles on the year, in the 12 games these teams have played, the Yankees hitting .291 with runners in scoring position against the O's. 1-0 delivery, got that one at the knees, moved it in a little bit. 1-1.
Generous call right there. Good fastball, keeping it down out of the danger zone. Walker not liking the call. Let's take a look. Yeah, pitch count saying it caught the bottom of the box. We'll stay right down there then.
Stanton on at second base. Andujar on at first. Infield shifted, playing him to pull. That'll go the other way, but it will be foul. Inside out swing on that one, and Fry will get ahead of him. A ball and 2 strikes.
Fry's been impressive. Yeah, pretty good at driving the ball into the right-handed hitters. Good deception as well, and he's another one that's out here auditioning and doing a good job. Certainly taking advantage of this opportunity.
He's got a 1-2 count here. Runners off first and second base. Ball in the air, left field, not deep. That's going to fall. Runners had to wait, so they'll load him up. So Walker's on with a single. A walk and 2 singles here in the 8th. And the Yankees have loaded the bases with 1 away.
Coming off very hot, but finding some outfield grass to put some pressure on Showalter and the Oriole D.
So Givens is up ready in the bullpen, and the matchups will continue. Torres coming to the plate, sacks full, 1 down.
Leading the team with appearances out of the bullpen. .465 earned run average. He has 66 punchouts and also leads this relieving staff. Big arm coming from the side for Michael Givens. Opponent's hitting just .251. Righty's down to .230. Lefty's up to .283. And really good with runners on base. And of course he's found himself a jam right now. Jammed with Yankees every base. Givens looking for a big strikeout or double play ball. Get out of it.
Givens worked on the 20th in Toronto, worked an inning, so he too well rested. So the base is loaded, one down. Torres coming up. Torres has walked, flied out, popped out. With the bases loaded this year, he's gone 3 for 9. And the pitch will be inside for a ball. For Givens against the Yankees in 6 previous outings this year, he's given up 4 runs, 8 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Now he has taken over the closer's role. Right now, just trying to hold the fort with the Orioles up by 2 and a strike and a good slider.
Yeah, good slider down across the knees. Well, the Yankee hitters not liking the strike zone right now. Definitely down there will favor the Orioles.
Torres with Voit on deck. 1-1 delivery on the way by Givens. 2-run homer by Voit, 4th inning. That's the 2 runs up for the Yankees. Orioles have a Davis 2 RBI. Bases loaded single in the 1st and a 2-run homer by VR in the 7th. Now trying to maintain this 2-run lead. 2-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him to go after one. Kept sliding away.
And a nasty pitch. Really kind of using this like the changeup against the righties. Almost stops out in front of the plate right there, and then decides to make that turn. But Torres already making the commitment.
Stanton the lead runner. Andujar at second. Walker at first. Givens thought he might have had him on that one. Won't get the call, and we go 3-2.
Boy, that's a close one. Cutting it loose here. Misses his spot. But, boy, could have gone either way. And there's one of those calls. The catcher reaching back across. A lot of times you're not going to get that, especially if it doesn't hit the plate.
3-2 delivery on the way, and it's going to be a base hit into right field. Stanton will score. Andujar coming. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is safe as the ball got away. They might have had him if the ball had been held on to, but it was not. And Torres has tied the game up at 4.
Oh, my goodness. Well, wasn't it that by Torres staying inside the baseball, coming up with the hit, and Phil Nevin waving him home. There is a play at the plate, and it is bang, bang. But on the collision, the ball comes loose. Adam Jones coming up, throwing the strike. Take a look. A little short hop there. Oh, never stayed in the glove. Came up off the heel. If it had stuck in the glove, man, that would have gone the Oriole way. Take a look. Adam Jones, nicely done. That nice rhythm. The crow hop. The short hop not sticking.
First and second, by the way, somewhat surprisingly on that. Walker, who's not fast, did not go to third base. So the Yankees have runners on at first and second. Torres gets it done again with the bases loaded. And the Yankees have come back again to tie this ball game up. Swing and a miss, or tipped it on a pitch in, is Voit, who's had a big ball game. 2 RBI homer, a base hit, first home run in a Yankee uniform. For Torres, he gets RBIs 54 and 55. Boy, that's some production. For somebody they really weren't counting on for those kind of numbers. So Wright's going to be charged with a run. Fry's charged with a run. Betances in the bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Still only 1 away. And fouled off the other way. So Voit will be behind on the count here, 1-2.
Well, these two teams have played real evenly in the season series this year. Showed the 6-6 split right now, and bulk of those games 1-run games, had a couple extra inning games mixed in there as well.
1-2 delivery by Givens on the way. Ground ball foul, and did he break the bat? Sure sounded like it, and he will go get some new lumber. So the Yankees twice been able to come back in the ball game to tie it up after being down by 2. Torres on that last one with the 2 RBIs. First batter faced by Givens. Torres had faced him only once previously. Voit seeing him for the first time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And right straight back, trying to time that one up. Just missed 1 and 2.
I sure did. That fastball seems to be getting on him pretty good. That slider stays on the plate. You better be careful. He clubbed the Alex Cobb breaking ball. Stayed on the dish.
Defense outfield straight up. 1-2 delivery on the way, and he goes after that one and gets him.
That was fuzzy right there. 97 up at the top of the zone. Busted his bat with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball inside. And he takes this one up to the upper third. Big time noise on that fastball there. Big punch out.
So now Romine will come up with runners on at first and second base. Told you he takes big cuts, and that's exactly what he's done in all of his at bats, and he's had a couple of hits, including a home run. So first and second, 2 away. Romine has reached on an error, popped out, and he has struck out. Romine 0 for 3 lifetime off Givens. Yankees trying to put a lead up in this game. Romine will take it. It'll be inside for a ball. Career highs for Romine. Of course, he's getting more playing time. Home runs. Most he'd ever had was 7. He's got 8 this year. Pickoff. VR moved in. He was shaded over that way anyway, so close to the bag, and obviously the potential go-ahead run. And Walker, the Orioles want to keep him as close as they can, as he'll go with 2 down on contact here. 1-0 delivery by Givens. Runners stay 2-0. Romine has been a problem for the Orioles this year. We told you he's done a good job at the plate against them. 9 RBIs have been picked up by Romine, and hitting over 390 against the Orioles. 2-0 delivery on the way to him. Romine will take that inside. So Givens falls behind now 3-0. You've got Torreyes, the number 9 hitter, waiting on deck. And the pacing continues.
Right. Yeah, a lot of hard hit balls in this inning, but finding some outfield grass and keep coming.
Givens 3-0, taking all the way in there for a strike. Well, good ball game to open this one up. We had 2 great starts, non-decisions. Sabathia, Cobb. Fry came out of the bullpen, charged with a couple of hits, so far a run. 3-1 delivery on the way, and a check swing. That was ball 4, and it hit the bat.
Right. Yeah, Givens catching a break there. Trying to get it started a little bit with the firm fastball. Leads with the hands, but the fastball riding up and in catches the bat. See the frustration there, man. At least didn't even go and play, right? I mean, yeah. That's the most frustrating thing for a hitter.
3-2 again, and he walked him, and they're loaded. So the Yankees continue the 8th inning. They've had a couple of walks in this inning. Wright started it out with a walk to Giancarlo Stanton, who has scored. Now the meeting at the mound as they load him up. Tanner Scott will get up to throw. Givens has had saves where he's had to work 4 times more than 3 outs. And you got to believe what Buck Showalter hoped this time was that he'd come in, get some quick outs, and be able to take it on through. Yeah. That's not going to happen. I mean, even if he gets out of this inning, he's not going to stay on for a 9th.
Yeah, it's been tough here. For Givens, trying to finish up this inning, clean it up.
So here's Torreyes, struck out twice, popped out. Bases are loaded. There are 2 down. 2 runs are in. Walker's the lead runner. Torres moves down with good speed at second base, and Romine on at first. 1-0 delivery on the way. Good crowd tonight, 27,150. 27150. And seeing a real good opener to this 4-game set against the Yankees. One and one. 97. 1-2.
Yeah, that is a good heater. Not a comfortable at bat if you're a right-handed hitter. Givens turning the back and then just unleashing a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Givens looking for a strikeout right here to end it. Torres will follow back. Torres has gone 2 for 3 against Givens in the other at bats he's had. Their number 9 hitter, trying to give the Yankees a lead in the 8th inning. One-two delivery again and again. Fought off.
Pesky at bat. A tough inning.
23 pitches thrown, and this is only the 4th batter that Givens has faced here in the 8th. He'll try it again on the 1-2 delivery. Sacks full. Oh. Just let me get the bat on it so I can stay alive.
Right. Yeah.
And he
shortening
did.
up, and tough little slider, and he reaches out there and doing what he can to keep this AB alive. And slider catching wins right on the chin.
What an at bat. Big battle. 1-2 delivery again. Blooped in the air. First base. Davis is there, and that will do it. 8 Yankees coming to the plate here in the 8th inning. They get a couple of runs. They leave them loaded. 4-4.
Up, and here comes the pitch, and boom, base hit out to right field, but there's going to be a play at the plate. Adam Jones up and throwing. Little short hop, wins, can't hold on to it. A little collision, knocking everything loose right there, but ball never stuck in the glove. That play right there ties the ball game. And we go in to the 8th inning here, bottom of the 8th, tied up 4-4. And Dylan Betances coming out of the Yankees bullpen. 2.24 earned run average. Got the 91 punch outs. Yeah, big arm and a power curve, power fastball combination. It's hitting just 160. Both the lefties and righties having a hard time against Betances bringing some noise with the heaters. Gone up over 100 miles an hour a few times this season as well.
So the ball game tied again, and Givens found a way out of it, leaving the bases loaded, but not before that Torres 2 RBI single. So Wright in an inning gives up a run on a hit with a walk and a strikeout. Fry goes a third of an inning, a 1 run earned on 2 hits. Now keep in mind those runs off David Robertson that the Orioles got on the home run by Villar were both unearned. So Robertson worked an inning, 2 runs, none earned on 1 hit and a strikeout, because the inning started with an error. Andreoli reached on the error to Torres, the shortstop. So Torres has had his game of redemption already. Committed the error, they got 2, and he gets them back with a bases loaded base hit. Ball will be put in the air and a foul, and on a play, Trey Mancini. Our league leaderboard brought to you by Coons. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons.
Well, the batting average since the All-Star break versus the Yankees, and there the Orioles. We talked about their bats being red hot, just behind the Red Sox.
You put Betances' footwear with the Orioles fluorescent jerseys. Wow.
You'll never lose them.
You won't need lights. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. Big swing, slow roller. Third, and Duhar. 1 away, bottom of the 8th. MLB.TV is now available at a lower price, $49.99. You can watch every out-of-market regular season game. Get free subscription to MLB at Bat Premium. Blackout other restrictions apply. MLB.TV to take advantage of this special offer. We'll bring Chris Davis to the plate. Davis, the 2 RBIs, bases loaded single, came in the first inning. Betances' delivery will be taken away. Battle of the bullpens. Tanner Scott's ready to come in for the Orioles. Davis 2 for 17 off Betances. Down the line, is there room? Yes. Chris Davis will make the turn and stay as Gardner. It's a good throw in. And Davis has his second hit, going against the shift with a single.
Take that. Standing inside the baseball, finding some outfield grass. Take a look. A little fillet job right there, and he was digging out of the box. He was thinking about second base, but Gardner coming in the picture. Crusher's got to put the brakes on.
So the Orioles with a base hit, potential go ahead on. Each team with 7 hits in the ball game and 4 runs. Beckham has struck out twice, and he has flied out. Betances pitched straight up the middle by him, base hit. Played back in by Hicks. So the Orioles back-to-back singles here in the 8th inning with 1 away.
I like that. Beckham got on the big fastball, taking it right back through the box. Came off hot. A little ricochet off the mound, then rolls out to center field. The Orioles get Davis in a scoring position.
The Orioles have beaten Betances this year. 7 previous outings. His record's 0-1. 6th and a third. They've scored a run on 4 hits off him. Now trying to tag him with another L. And Nunez with 1 down. Nunez 0 for 3 in the ball game. Orioles 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. First and second, 1 out. Nunez will take a breaking ball that is in there for a strike. Andreoli will be on deck. Ball game turned over to the 2 bullpens. Inside out foul. Yankee bullpen is second in ERA. The Orioles are 13th. Long ball wise, Yankees have given up the 4th fewest, and the Orioles 5th in home runs surrendered. 0-2 count from Betances.
Nice job staying short right there. Good hack on a slider the pitch before, and Short and sweet on that 2-strike approach. Better stay short on Betances. Get big and man, oh man, 99-mile-an-hour fastball will open up some holes on you, and that power hook as well.
Nunez has had 4 hits against the Yankees since joining the Orioles, 4 for 11. 2-strike count, and Nunez is going to back out. Oriole third baseman, 290 in the month of August. Couple of home runs. And he gets him on the pitch away at 98.
Similar to the one he just fouled off. But sneaking by him there, 98 miles an hour. That's a firm heater.
So that'll bring Andreoli up. Priest on an error, scored in the 7th and has popped out twice. Andreoli coming off waivers from Seattle. Went to AAA briefly, and then the Orioles called him up. Whoa. That one had him bending away, and it bent in.
Yeah, it doesn't make you feel very comfortable in there. I mean, a big kid, 6'8", drops that nasty slider out of his hand. Looks like it's coming right at your hip. Looks like it would go through you if it hit you.
0-1 delivery, another one. Andreoli getting a look at Betances for the first time. 2 strikes. Betances always piling up those strikeout numbers. Off first and second. Add another. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. 9th inning, top of the order, will be up for the Yankees. Hide, that's transparency. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick with you on this gorgeous Friday night, and a good ball game going to the 9th, tied at 4.
And Tanner Scott in to try to shut the door on the Yankees, get the Oriole offense going in the 9th inning. 6.13 earned run average for Tanner Scott. He has some really good outings and some not so good outings. When he's on, it can be quick. Strike out the side in a hurry. Big fastball slider combination. One's hitting 261. Righty's getting them pretty good though. 295 clip. Lefty's struggling at 217. Giving up the 5 home runs this year. And Tanner Scott can rush it up there in the high 90s. He's touched triple digits as well.
24-year-old out of the bullpen. Givens worked 2/3 of an inning, a walk, a strikeout, and a hit. Now the left-hander, and here is Gardner. Gardner will take the pitch down low for a ball. Gardner's not gotten on, 0 for 4 in the ball game. He will be doing anything here to get a walk. I mean, do anything to get on, but if he can shrink his body right now, he would. Yeah. Just to get on base here in the 9th inning. 1-0 pitch on the way, and Gardner will take it, and it is in there for a strike.
Still a good base stealer. Leading the team this season with 13 stolen bags.
It's at 248 off lefties, 241 off righties. 2 for 3 off Tanner Scott. Gardner will take the pitch. That will be up. Scott has worked against the Yankees now. Coming into this ball game, this is the 5th time. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 4 2/3 innings in his previous bullpen appearances against the Yankees. 2-1 delivery. Left-hander gets it there. Good pitch, outside corner, strike.
Good slider. Good confidence in that pitch to even up the count.
Gardner with a 2-2. Giancarlo Stanton and Hicks. Yankees getting 2 runs in the 8th inning to tie it up after the 2-run homer in the 4th inning by Voit. 2-2 delivery on the way. Gardner will slash it foul. Orioles got the lead 1st inning. Bases loaded single. Chris Davis for 2. Yankees tied it. Orioles got the lead back in the 7th. Villar's 2-run homer. The Yankees, of course, coming back in the 8th. Tanner Scott 2-2. Outfield in 2-3 steps on Gardner, trying to prevent one falling in front of them. Gardner lashes it again, foul.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. He's going to be slashing now. 2 strikes. Protecting, staying inside the baseball. Tough read for defense. He does get inside it and shoot it to the left side of the infield. It's going to have some movement on it as well. Cutting away more towards that left field line. And a good speed out of the box. He can put a lot of pressure on a defense.
2-2 delivery again. Ground ball, middle base hit. So Gardner is on with a leadoff single here in the top of the 9th inning. So he's got a 6-game hit streak that he extends with that base hit, and immediately the discussion begins at first base with Giancarlo Stanton coming up. Reggie Willis, their first base coach, talking to the veteran Gardner. Stanton drew a walk, scored in the 8th inning. He's walked 3 times, and he is flied out. And the pitch taken for a strike. Scott has had Stanton 3 previous times and held him to an 0 for 3. Oh, 1 delivery on the way. Trying to get that high strike. Not quite on that one.
Close pitch, though.
Yep. Stanton has done a number on the lefties, hitting .350. About 55 points higher than against righties. Home runs half and half, lefty righties. 1-1 delivery on the way. He wanted one right there, but that pitch not going to be able to yank. 1-2.
Yeah, he hits that, and that might go off that front ankle right there. Down and in. Double barrel out there in the Yankee bullpen. Green and Britton.
Stanton's had 2 home runs against the Orioles this year. 1-2 count. Gardner off first base. And Stanton will again be on top of it and fouls it off. You have these hitters in the lineup. We talked about Voit. Stanton's a lot the same. I mean, the swing's just going to be what it is. And it's hard when they get behind in the count because they do not cut down in their swing. You got a chance to get them in the big K department. Scott with a 1-2 delivery and a little breaking ball just missed. Didn't go. When Walcott down at first.
Take a look. Hard power slider. Stanton's got to get it going a little bit, but wow. Strong leg bull holding up.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Low throw. Davis makes sure that does not go by him, and then Gardner, for some unknown reason, took a little jump off the bag.
Jeez. Take a look. Tanner Scott kind of spiking it down in the dirt. Ball doesn't kick away that far, and Gardner just kind of jumping off. My goodness.
I don't know if he thought that ball went further than it had or not. Stanton waiting. 2-2. And the pitch up high. Full count, nobody out, 9th inning. Hicks on deck. Tanner Scott working to Giancarlo Stanton. See if Gardner takes off here. I doubt it with all the strikeouts. He goes, and the ball is fouled back.
He's making sure, though. He wasn't going first move. He waited to make sure Tanner Scott was heading home right there. So an opportunity potentially for a strike him out, throw him out.
165 times Giancarlo Stanton has struck out. Runner goes 3-2 in the air to left field. Andreoli will come back a couple of steps. So the battle won by Tanner Scott for the first out here in the 9th inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Wonder what the baby's name is. Not the live one, the other one. One down. So Hicks will give it a whirl. He is 0 for 4 in the ball game. Switch hitter. Gardner off first again. Pitches a strike at the knees. Again, the Orioles keeping Hicks on the side they want him. This is both his lower average and lower power side for the switch hitter. Right side open between first and second. 0-1 goes that way. Double play right into the glove. Chris Davis was holding the bag on Gardner, and the line drive right to him. And Gardner, no chance. No runs a hit, nobody left. Bottom of the 9th. Begin at 12:30 with those extra presented by Southwest. Game will be at 1. Andrew Kashner, Jay Happ, and it looks like Yacobonis will start game 1. And all the access you need is going to be right here on Masson. So it'll be Yacobonis and Cashner tomorrow. Happ and somebody for the Yankees that did not have the name of that other starter prior to the ball game.
Take a look at Chad Green coming out of the Yankee bullpen, having a strong year. 51st game, 6 wins out of the Yankee pen with a 2.70 earned run average. How about the 70 punch outs and 60 innings of work? Only 13 walks for Green, so all around the dish. Big fastball with heavy velocity, mid to high 90s with the fastball, and a slurve to go along with it. And not a lot of success off him. See the opponent's hitting just 234. Righty's having a hard time at 211.
Green will make his 7th appearance against the Orioles this year. No record. 4 runs, 7 hits, 6 2/3 innings. Bottom half of the 9th inning, 1 will win it. And a pitch taken. Wins, try and get it started. Wins in the top of the order, Mullins and VR will be due up. Betances, a couple of hits and an inning worked, but he also came away with a couple of strikeouts. Robertson an inning, 2 unearned runs on 1 hit, and Sabathia the starter, 2 runs, 5 hits over 6. 0-2 will be way up high. Great start. Alex Cobb for the Orioles, 2 runs, 3 hits over 6. Wright came on, inning plus, run on a hit. Orioles bullpen touched up for a couple of runs in the ball game. Ground ball to second base to Reyes. Cedric Mullins, leadoff batter for the Orioles. Mullins, of course, playing in his first game against the Yankees. He and Andrioli, the starting left fielder, and VR for that matter, all 3 their first game this year against the Yankees. And of course, for Cedric Mullins, his first game against the Yankees ever.
All right. Well, on base a couple times in this ball game. He and VR doing what they're supposed to do at the top of the lineup, getting on, putting some pressure on. Be nice if Mullins get on here with the 1 out.
Bunt base hit, scored it in the first inning. He has struck out, walked, and denied on a fine play by Romine on a little tapper his last time up in front of the plate. Green's 2-0 delivery, and that's going to miss up high. So a 3-0 count on Cedric Mullins. Taking all the way in their first strike. Cut, little foul tip at the plate.
Pretty good 3-1 pitch right there.
Green has walked only 13, striking out 70. That'll keep you in a ball game.
Yeah, really impressive. Oh, yeah, he's stepped up. He's had a strong year. I mean, talk about the numbers this bullpen's got.
And he goes up and gets him.
He doesn't mind throwing with that fastball either. To show it off, 96 right there at the top of the zone. And it comes all the way back. Mullins on the punch out. Mullins chasing. You saw the frustration there.
Cody Carroll for the Orioles. VR the home run, 7th inning, as he got another one in that bat. He's had a 3-hit ball game with 2 singles, home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored in the ball game. A very successful night against the Yankees. VR getting his 7th 3-hit ball game. 0-1 delivery.
Take a look at his home run here. Good fastball, maybe off the plate away, and he goes out and gets himself some. Big home run, 2-run shot right there. Robertson couldn't believe it. Plate coverage.
0-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be that. So Green comes on, retires the side in order. And on this Friday night, sports fans, you're going to get some free baseball. We go to the 10th. This 4-game set, and we're going to go extra. Third time these teams have played extra innings this year. 4-4.
Yeah, pretty crazy. A couple great starting pitchers duels, and now the bullpen's going at it head to head. Yeah, Cody Carroll, one-time Yankee, actually this year had a Yankee uniform on, 3.86 earned run average, and he's looking to shut the door on this Yankee team. Some problems with some command, but the last couple outings, very good. Pitching with everything. Good live fastball. They're in the high 90s. Slider and a split finger to go along with it.
And we begin the 10th with a pitch that will be taken outside for a ball. Andujar, a base hit, a run scored, 8th inning. 2 for 4 in the ball game. Walker, then Torres will be due up. 1-0 to second, right where the shift was. BR.
Perfectly placed.
Extra inning games. The Orioles are 4-7. Yankees are 7-5. Aaron Boone's ball club has won 19 one-run games. They are 19-12 in one-run games this year. That'll bring Walker up. Walker, a couple of base hits. He's 2 for 4. Walker's got a 5-game hit streak. Shift on against him. The other extra inning ball games these teams played. 14-inning ball game back in New York on the 6th of April. Orioles won that one 7-3. Then on the 8th of April, 12-inning ball game, the Orioles won that one 8-7. So when the Orioles had that big series against the Yankees in New York, winning 3 out of 4.
Yeah. I see those numbers pretty impressive. 142 and 113 in extra inning games.
Neil Walker with a 1-1, and Carroll's delivery will miss for a ball. Miami, which has been playing some pretty good baseball, beat Atlanta 1-0. Ball game affecting potentially postseason, as Atlanta was just 3 ahead of Philadelphia. And they won tonight, shutting them out. 3 ball, 1 strike count. Yankees after a base runner. Outfield shaded to left. Walker will take it. That's in there. Three-two count. No play. Philadelphia, Washington also lost tonight, so Atlanta won't lose any ground. They'll still have a 3-game lead over the Phillies.
A good fight there, National League East.
Yeah, good race, wild card race. Phillies just a game out of the wild card. 3-2 delivery on the way. Ground ball to first, foul. Yankees are in a position where they could win 100 ball games and still go to the wild card game. In fact, they've got a real good chance of having that happening to them this year. It's not that it hasn't happened before, it's just it doesn't happen very often. 3-2 delivery on the way again, in the air, right field, very deep, very deep, and goodbye home run. Neil Walker's 3rd hit of the ball game is a dinger, and in the 10th the Yankees are up 5-4.
Yeah, impressive AB right there. Fouled off some tough fastballs. I think he may have got a 3-2 breaking ball right there, but whatever he got, take a look. The split finger, and he catches it clean. 105 miles an hour off the bat, and catches it flush out in front. And jumps out of here for the solo shot. Lead now in the 10th inning.
Walker gets his 8th home run of the year, coming off Cody Carroll, the former Yankee. Zach Britton is going to come on and try and close this game out if it stays in a save situation. Breaking ball in the outside corner. Torres, 2 RBI base hit, 8th inning, a big one. He's 1 for 3 officially. He's also drawn a walk in the game. Orioles surrendering a couple of home runs in this one. Cobb, the 2-run homer in the 4th inning to Voit, and this solo shot here in the 10th inning by Walker. Walker's first home run against the Orioles this year. In fact, he only had 1 in his career. Now he's got 2, and both of them have been hit here at Camden Yards. Three ball, 1 strike count. Carroll's pitch will be up high, and he walked him.
Austin Wynn's going to go out there and kind of slow it down a little bit. Cody Carroll giving up the home run. Of course, the team that used to have him, the Yankees, so you know, the heart rate getting up there a little bit. Roger McDowell coming out as well. 1 pitch on the ground, get him out of this inning.
Cody Carroll had not allowed a home run. Make sure I got the number right here. He had not allowed a home run to 179 batters that he'd faced. 178 batters in the minors and 32 in the majors. He had not surrendered a home run this year. This one gives the Yankees the lead. So Carroll, part of the Zach Britton trade, could be the one to take a loss in a game, and Zach Britton could be the one to get a save.
Right. Yeah,
we'll see.
You better be careful here too.
One down, runner at first base. Torres takes the pitch, Voit rather, who had the home run in the 4th inning. Runner on at first. Torres with pretty good speed, not a big lead though. Fakes a go, check swing, didn't go.
Man.
2 for 4, single, home run, 2 RBIs, 2 home runs on the year, 1 with the Yankees. Scott worked an inning, 1 hit, 0s across.
Walker looks like he's getting another glove ready.
Yes.
Coming to play some defense somewhere. Second base.
Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside corner. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Cody Carroll, 2-1. 25-year-old out of Tennessee. You'll get that one in there for a strike. Only his 4th year of professional baseball. Did not have a game in the majors prior to this season. Prior to this year, it only pitched at Double-A, or as high as Double-A. Runner goes. Throw way off center field. Going to go to third. Got a chance. Nope. Mullins couldn't handle it cleanly. Probably wouldn't have had a play anyway. So Torres will get a stolen base, and an error will be charged on Wins.
He got a big jump right there, and I think Wins is trying to do a little too much. Maybe force the throw and left it leaking up the line. We are trying to keep it on the infield. You see, not a bad pitch to throw on either.
Now the infield's got to be drawn in. A 3-2 count, 1 down. Orioles 3 errors in the game. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that's in the air to right. He got a hold of that one. Way up, way back, and goodbye, home run. What a night for Voit. Luke Voit. 2 home runs with the Yankees, and both of them hit in this game, and it's 7-4.
Man, well, somebody taking advantage of an opportunity. Well, big balls here in this game. 106 miles an hour going the other way. So showing the pop coast to coast here. Up and away fastball, and he gets behind it. And he jumps off over 400 feet. And a big 2-run shot.
First career multi-homer game for him, and a pitch strike on the inside corner. Romine 0 for 3 and a walk. Didn't reach on an error. Voit has had a night to remember. That's a 3-hit game, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. And we said at the beginning of the game, the Yankees are taking a look at him with the injuries because of power.
Absolutely.
A tough appearance for Cody Carroll, and he will bounce that one. Orioles are going to have to get the bullpen up again. Meisinger will get ready in the bullpen. This game obviously will have an effect on a doubleheader tomorrow. The bullpens have been used. Wright, Fry, Givens, Scott, Carroll. Zach Britton is ready to come into the ball game. May not. We'll see. If it's not a save situation, would you bring him in? It still is at the moment, but another run and it won't be. 1-2 is bounced. So you know right here, Buck Showalter is hoping Carroll can find a way to get a couple outs here and not have to go to the bullpen.
You got that right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are times, obviously, through the course of a season, and I think every day from here on out, when you test guys, is find out what they're made of. Could this potentially be that situation? Can Carroll dig deep and find a way to get out of this inning and save the bullpen? But, you just don't know. Buck Showalter, the doubleheader, working tomorrow.
2-2 delivery. Romine hanging.
Yeah, it might not be the time to all of a sudden use up all his bullets, and he might not be able to come back.
So the Yankees a 3-homer ball game. 2 ball, 2 strike count. And he will get him as he went upstairs.
Well, with his fastball, he's definitely going to have to start exposing the top of the strike zone. Big kid, targeting down and away, but you lose the big noise up at the top. 96 here, so hard to get on top of. And Romine, even with his swing, a very consistent short swing, can't get on top of that fastball.
2 down. First ball hitting first base off the bat of Torreyes. Where is Chris Davis? That is not a ball that Wynn should have to play.
I was surprised to see Wynn's out there. My goodness. Yeah, that's the frustrating part right here. Such a, I don't want to say a good ball game, but going up, Davis looks down and it's a little too late then.
Boy, this defense of the Orioles this year has just been heartbreaking and infuriating. And it's not even just the errors, it's these kinds of plays that are not made.
Right.
0-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, even extra chances. Obviously doesn't look good either. Ball rolling around on the ground. Just not very good ball security in this ball game.
0-2 the count, and he'll get him upstairs. But big inning as Walker delivers a homer and Voit delivers a homer, and the Yankees are up by 3. The Orioles 10-8 and using the long ball, and wouldn't you know it, here's Zach Britton.
Now Zach Britton in the game, trying to close this one out. Of course, Chapman is going on the disabled list. Problems with the knee, so Britton stepping in. Slow start in the Yankees uniform with that 4.15 earned run average. But we all know what Britton's all about. That power fastball, incredible sinking life. 76% of his outs on the ground, and opponents hitting just the 228 clip this season. Britton getting the fastball velocity back, and obviously his value increased. So the big trade sends him Yankees way as the postseason teams start to build up their bullpen strength.
Walker will go to third base from right field, and Robinson will come on to play in right. Defensive changes for the Yankees, and Zach Britton. Zach is after his first save as a Yankee. He is 0 for 1 since joining him, and faces Adam Jones. Zach was 4 for 5 when he did get to pitch with the Orioles this year. 4 out of 5 in saves. First base hit. That'll go in the hole. They were going the other way on him, and Adam took advantage of it. He's got 2 hits, 2 for 5, and a leadoff single here in the 10th inning.
Nice piece of hit right there. Adam Jones seen Zach Britton almost every save he's had in the big leagues for a good view from center field, and they're jumping on a fastball up and away and spanking it the other way.
So the Orioles get a leadoff man on, and Trey Mancini. Mancini an 0 for 3 and a walk. Britton 139 saves and 150 chances, all coming with the Orioles. And the pitch taken down low for a ball. Well, the Orioles trying to battle back here. 9 hits in the ball game for the Orioles. But a big 3-run 2-hit 10th inning for the Yankees. 1-0. Doubleheader tomorrow, day night, 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Sonny Gray has been announced as the pitcher for game 2. Jay Happ for the Yankees in game 1. Nasty down and in. That's the one Zach Britton used with the Orioles.
Yeah, that is filthy right there. Incredible velocity, 97 miles an hour. And it's just a trapdoor fastball. More sink on his pitch than any other sinker baller in the game. Goes down incredible amount.
Jones off first base, 1-2. Mancini started, holds up, evens the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees on top. We're in the 10th inning. 7-10-1 for the Yankees. 4-9-3 errors for the Orioles. The Orioles 2 of their runs unearned, 2 of the 4. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Mancini to short. Torres 2 down.
Well, that's what Zach Britton does. He gets some outs on the ground. Typically not hit that hard. Mancini covering that baseball, hard hit ground ball, and they rolled over 6-4-3. The 2 quick outs.
So 2 down, and Chris Davis coming up, 10th inning. Britton after his 5th save of the year and his 1st as a Yankee. Green with a chance to get a win will be 7-2 out of the bullpen. And Cody Carroll will take the loss, 0-2. Barring a comeback. Yankees 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position, leaving 8. The Orioles 2 for 9. They have so far left 7. 2 down in the 10th. Davis gave the Orioles the lead first inning with his bases loaded single. Hit hard, center field, way back. Hicks looking, and goodbye, home run. Chris Davis to the biggest part of the ballpark delivers the long ball to make it a 7-5 game.
And Davis 3-hit night. Crush getting one going, getting that bat head going to catch up with a power fastball from Britton, and catches it at the bottom of the zone.
16 on the year, 44 RBIs, with 3 of them coming here in this ball game. And for Havana Patel from Baltimore, our Maryland lottery contestant, that's another $500 on the home run. Now the Orioles need one more base runner, get that potential tying run to the plate.
Let's take a look at Crush's home run right here. Pitching that fastball down and away, and Crusher getting full extension. This is a big ball. 430 feet away.
3 home runs off Britton on the year. 0-1 delivery on the way to first base. That'll be handled by Voit, and that's the ball game. So the Yankees win it in extra innings. Orioles get a run on a couple of hits, no errors, nobody left. Yankees coming away with a 7-5 win in 10. Orioles now in extra inning ball games 4 and 8, and the Yankees are 8 and 5. Split doubleheader coming tomorrow. Our coverage, game 1 on Masson, begins at 12:30. O's Extra presented by Southwest. Jimmy Yacobonis will start in game 1 against Jay Happ. This has been a Masson presentation. Tom and Rick standing by. Both teams with opportunities in this one, but the Yankees get it done with 3 runs in the 10th inning. And again, the long ball that they've lived and died on all year came to the fore. For Mike Bordig and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody. Hope to see you right back here tomorrow. Adieu.